Hello everyone and welcome to the Hunter Association, your source for all things Hunter x Hunter. My name is Kaige.
And my name is Dylan.
And on this week's episode we will be talking about every single Greed Island card.
All of them.
With exceptions.
With some exceptions. Not all of them, but, most of them.
Yeah. Most of them. Then, of course, we will be going through our community comments. If you'd like to join in on the community and have your comment read, be sure to comment on the YouTube version on the weekly community post. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to help grow our community of Hunter x Hunter fans. Additionally, if you'd like to know when new episodes are live, click the bell to enable notifications. If you're an audio listener, make sure to rate, review, and comment on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at TXHXAPod, as well as Bluesky at THAPod for podcast-related updates and to submit responses to the weekly call-out posts. If you'd like, you can also email us at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com. As always, we have provided timestamps in the description if you'd like to skip ahead to any of the aforementioned segments. Alright, so we do have a little bit of news. Dylan, do you have that on you? Because I actually forgot to put it in the script. We have a little bit of net impact news. It's not much. We have really nothing to talk about, but there is something.
Yeah, I don't have the screenshot on me at the moment. I can send it to you after we're done recording, though.
Yeah.
You have it. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I have it. It's right here.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at it.
But basically, Net Impact will be playable in Japan. Demo for, I think, Evo Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Evo Japan.
Yeah, Evo Japan.
Yep. So it'll have a demo exhibit there from May 9th to May 11th. So if you're in Japan for whatever reason, going to Evo Japan, then there's your chance. The interesting part is that this demo is going to have like a strong opponent challenge corner, as it's translated, where essentially you can challenge high-level CPU opponents that I can only assume will one-touch you every single time they hit you. That could be interesting if there's any gameplay coming out of that. But yeah, not the biggest piece of news, but it's something we take any slices of bread that we can get here.
It is like semi-interesting because I think this will be the first time we'll see like an AI match.
Yeah.
Like human versus AI, so I mean there's something there, I guess.
Something.
We can see if the AI is any good.
I mean, notoriously AI is kind of hit or miss in fighting games. Either they're very bad or oppressively good. So I expect it to be either one of those. But hey, it's something new that we wanted to provide you guys. Hunter news.
So hey, if you're in Japan, go check that out.
Yeah, let us know how it is.
That's it for news, but we do have 3 new pages for the battle for Owl's number 1 fan spot position title.
Yeah, I didn't expect this to be a continuing series at this point, but Leo Dog has provided us with more content.
He sure has. So I'll start. We'll just take turns. This will actually work out perfectly because you'll get your big page and I'll get mine. So, starting, we have. Let's see here. Leaving off last time, I had fired my Nen ability at Dylan, and it missed, but it seems like I had some kind of plan up my sleeve. And I say, challenging me at a place like this was a big mistake. Dylan looks very confused about this, and I love that facial expression once again. It's so good. Dylan then says, "Whatever. This ability of mine is cool as shit," and that's very Dylan.
That's something I would say, admittedly.
It absolutely is. So he pulls out, or he summons, I guess, or conjures a controller here with the words "Nen Impact" on it. So hey, relevant.
Very.
I look surprised. Owl says, "Damn." And then we have Genthru saying, "Not bad, my star pupil. Go, Dylan." He screams. And then you see that Dylan says, "I call it combo breaker," as a kite with, I assume Dylan's face and head on the body is standing before him, and he's controlling him with a controller. Yeah. Pretty awesome.
Fake kite, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not the first time he's been puppeted, unfortunately, but
True. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate.
I love this though. Obviously.
Yeah. This was hype.
Yeah, as Kite's #1 fan, this was amazing to see illustrated. Going on to the next page, though, I guess I have a backstory with Genthru. 3 years ago, where I'm kind of just sitting with Genthru, I guess training with him. I wish I could conjure up cool stuff like your bombs. Yeah, I wish that. When you see a panel of me sniffling, crying. But Genthru, the wise man he is, says, just because you're not a conjurer doesn't mean you can't. You just need to find a way to combine it with manipulation. I'll teach you. As you see me with a determined face, Genthru, you are light.
I laughed so hard. That is amazing. This is something we talked about in the Genthru episode, but to see it is a whole nother layer.
I was
it's amazing.
The first time I saw this, I was belly laughing. Like I was dying. Genthru says, I know. He's so fucking cool, guys. See a shing from the scythe of the puppeted Kite. Back to current day now, as he's dashing towards Kaige. I'll conjure a fighter and control him like a game. Summarizing my ability. As
Hell yeah.
The Kite slashes through Kaige as the buttons are being inputted.
That is an awesome ability.
I love it.
So this must confirm that you are a manipulator?
I mean, I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it.
Hey, that's interesting. That's new lore.
Yeah, I'm a manipulator, guys.
So moving on, we now have me, after getting slashed by Kite's scythe, just kind of laying there on the ground. And Zushi and Wing... Well, Wing says, wow, take notes, Zushi.
His ass is not taking notes.
No, he's not. Then we have me kind of looking very dazed. And this is some genuinely really cool paneling. Very good job, Leo Dog. This looks awesome. So we have like a hallucination of Togashi, who is the referee, kind of like, I assume, waving in front of my face to make sure if I'm conscious. Mm-hmm. And then kind of fades into a dream. I don't know what that says. I was trying to, like, I don't know what that's supposed to say. I was trying to figure that out for a long time.
He's losing consciousness is kind of how I'm...
Oh, is that it?
I think so.
That's probably it. Yeah. Okay.
But it's supposed to be stylized as like it's like you're fading.
Yeah,
out.
Yeah, I'm like fading out into a memory, I assume, of 3 members of the Phantom Troop. We have Nobunaga saying, Dylan one-shots you. We have Machi. Machi saying, only thing worse than your nen is your outfit. Damn. Hey. It was drawn on me. I didn't even pick it. Then we have Phaeton saying, you're not even top 10 Owl fans. And that one stings. That stings.
Who's 2 through 9? Or 2 through 10, I guess.
I'd love to know. Again, let's get a lore book. I need to know everything about this world.
Me too.
So then we have, probably also in the flashback, Crollo saying, you will never be Owl's #1 fan.
Oh,
damn. And I look devastated. I look so sad. And that's probably also in the flashback, actually, now that I think about it. So now we're going, yeah. Because I'm also wearing a slightly different outfit there. It's just a blue shirt. So, cutting back to the present, then, we have another crowd shot. We got, in addition to the Genthru, Polycule, and Owl, we also have Tonpa and all 4 of our main boys. We have Gon, Kurapika, Killua, and Leorio. It seems Kurapika and Leorio are slightly more invested in me, and Killua and Gon are kind of passive watchers in this case. So interesting hints at some relationships there.
Yeah. I'm curious about that. Some implications.
Yeah. And then the final the final panel here is my eyes open and they turn red.
Oh man!
Wow, I'm a Kurta, I guess. Or maybe. Maybe they're orange, actually. Maybe this is a different thing. We'll see.
An entirely new lore drop in the Hunter
universe.
It
Could be.
Yeah. But we're left on that though as a cliffhanger. It's interesting.
That's a damn good cliffhanger. I can't wait to see what happens next. I was similarly excited last time because we were about to get. Well, actually, we thought we were about to learn about my Nen ability last week,
Yeah,
but instead we learned about Dylan's.
It subverted expectations.
Yeah, it did. That's brilliant stuff. Very Togashi, actually.
Yeah. You think
So
you're
well
gonna
done.
learn something about like Beyond, and then it cuts back to Kurapika. Like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's where we left off. If you are an audio listener, go check out those pages on our socials, and if you're on YouTube, check them out right here. They're on screen.
I will say I actually haven't posted all of the pages except for the first one on Twitter yet, but I plan on doing like a whole thread of them, so combining everything. So you can expect that sometime soon after this episode's uploaded, and you can read all the pages in sequential order.
Yeah, on the Bluesky, I also have it as a thread, so it should be pretty easy to find. All right, and that's it for that discussion. We will resume whenever Leodog, or when or if Leodog decides to continue. Of course, we don't want to pressure him at all, but this was amazing work once again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Leodog. Really appreciate it.
And with that, I believe we are ready to talk about the cards.
Yeah, we got a lot to go through, so let's go ahead and jump into it.
Let's do it. Hey, Future Kaige here for a second. Just wanted to say that this video topic idea was given to us by a viewer of ours named Stonebreaker.io. We forgot to mention it at the beginning. We do bring it up later, but I wanted to make sure that got in here at the beginning before the show even started. So, enjoy the episode. Alright everybody, today we will be talking about every single Greed Island card except for unrestricted slot cards and Game Master only cards. Those are two of the four types. The other two types, of course, are specified cards, slot cards, and spell cards. We all know those ones. The unrestricted slot cards are basically just... It's like the rock that Gon used on Genthru. It's just like items that you can use. And there's an unknown amount of them. Obviously, not all of them are documented because I think most things in the game can become an item. So it's just not worth talking about. Like I would take forever, and it wouldn't really be entertaining.
Like, what can we say about like the rock card? Like, it's a rock. Like, what do you want us to say about those type of things, right? So.
Yeah, it's just decided to rule those out. Same with Game Master only cards because it's just not interesting. It's just like banish, whatever. It's like admin commands. I don't know. Like, what are we gonna say about that? But other than that, we will be talking about all 140 specified slot cards and spell cards. There are 40 spell cards and, of course, 100 specified slot cards. We all know that. So, with that, we're just going to begin. We are going to go in order. We're starting with specified slot cards, all 100 of them, and we're just kind of going to... We're going to say what they are, what they do, and we're going to give our brief thoughts on them. And Dylan, do you want to... We'll take turns reading them, I assume?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right.
So first up we have 0, card number 0, Ruler's Blessing, or Blessing of Ruler, I guess, depending on we'll just say the first name listed from the wiki, I think, just to
it's different translations. I don't actually know what the different translations are, but
yeah. But this one is Ruler's Blessing, and the card description or effect is a castle given as a prize for winning the contest. A town with a population of 10,000 included. Its residents will live according to whatever laws and commands you issue. I didn't even... So, full disclosure, I barely... Like, Greed Island cards, I'm notorious for just forgetting about, like, all of them. So, I'm going to be relearning about a lot of these for the first time, and this one, I don't even know if it existed. Like, my mind might have just skimmed over it as, like, a card that existed. This one's really interesting to me. Where would you even get this card?
This is the last card. This is the one you get for the quiz.
Oh.
Like at the end.
Oh.
This is it. Yep. That's why it's card number 0.
I see.
So it's this is, we never get to see it used in that way. If it can even be used, like you can. write laws and commands. I didn't know that was part of the card. I just thought it was
Yeah.
kind of like a trophy card.
I think that's what was tripping me up. I was like, this card existed? Like,
Yeah.
huh? Like,
Yeah, that is news to me. In the hands of somebody other than Gon, that probably would be pretty crazy.
yeah, but also like, I guess you would really have to love Greed Island to like live in it and be able to like rule a town in Greed Island. Like, I don't know. I feel like that doesn't really pose any significance like to me. But like, I mean, if you like Greed Island enough,
You could potentially just like build an army though.
but could they exit Greed Island? Like, I mean, like it's so.
Oh,
restrictive.
that's true. You're true. Yeah, they're kind of locked there. Yeah, so I guess it wouldn't really do a whole lot.
Unless it's one. Well, okay, so, I guess if you chose to take this card outside of the game, it like for winning the game though. I
Well,
guess
that's what would. Oh wow, that's interesting.
I guess it would work that way, right? Because like, assumingly, any
Yeah.
card that you take, like, it will work in the real world too. Because then, right?
That is fascinating.
But would that mean the population, like the town's population, would be
Yeah,
all
like
Nen beasts? Like,
I don't know.
What
Yeah,
would
like
that-
technically Nenbeast. Yeah, I guess so. Right.
that's an interesting one to think about. A lot of
That
lot of
is. That's
possibilities
very
there.
interesting.
For better or for worse, that it falling in the wrong hands, it could definitely not be good. But
Yeah. No kidding.
yeah, interesting one though, to say the least. I don't really know how to feel.
Yeah. So the next one we are now in, like, these are just cards that you get for doing quests and whatnot. This is all 100. Obviously, not all 100 of these are actually seen, like, acquired, but they are in different forms shown. We see most, if not all of them, in the manga itself, just on bonus pages and such. And any ones that we don't see, they were later released physically in like a little card binder collection, which I've always wanted to buy, but it's haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet. So card number 1 here is Patch of Forest. The entrance to the giant forest called the Mountain God's Garden, where many unique endemic species live. They are all tame and friendly. Sure.
Sure.
I mean that's see, these are ones, like, once you get into stuff like this is where it's like, what does it do though? Like, if you were to take this into the real world at the end of the game, what even happens? What is that?
Yeah, so this is the flip side compared to the card number 0, right? Compared to Ruler's Blessing, where like you can't really imply a use case out of this because like it doesn't present the use case. It's like it just describes the area. So it's like, what does it do? You know?
Yeah,
So I don't really have much to say about this one. Just like, all right, cool, I guess. Like it's the entrance to a giant forest.
yeah.
Not sure what to do with that information.
Sweet. Yeah, cool.
Going on to card number 2, though, we have Plot of Beach, which is very, very similar to Patch of Forest in details. The entrance to a cave called Poseidon's Cavern. The cave changes its path at each visit, confusing intruders. Sure.
And of course, this is the one that they are given to by. Well, they aren't given to it by Razor, but this is the card they end up getting after beating Razor.
Right.
So there's that. But again, nothing to say about it. It just is a thing.
Yeah,
I honestly wonder, like, is there some kind of rule with the cards you can take? Like, can you not take these kinds back? Like, because I just don't understand what it does if you take it back.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no clue.
Because as far as my memory goes, you could take any card that you have back into the real world, like only 3, right? But,
Yeah, no, actually, because Plot of Beach is the card that Gon, like, disguises as a company. So
yeah.
he actually technically did take Plot of Beach out, but I mean, he didn't actually. So, I guess, yeah, you could just get a beach or a cave, whatever.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's as much as you can maybe assume out of a use case for it, but like, I don't know. Like, it's confusing to me. These are the cards where like I just don't see a point, you know?
Absolutely not. Yeah.
But I mean, cool enough.
Yeah, sure. The next one we have is Pitcher of Eternal Water. A jar from which pure, clean water continuously flows.
Wow.
That's good.
I mean,
That's a good one.
it's an endless water source. That's
Yeah,
pretty efficient, I'd say, right?
that's valuable. That is I'll have to keep that in one in mind whenever we talk about like which cards we might want to take in the real world, because that's
Yeah.
like you'd literally just have water forever. You'd never have to worry about it again.
Pure and clean water too with that. Like
Yeah.
like you don't have to worry about it being contaminated in any way, shape, or form. So that's pretty good. I kind of value that in this day and age, especially where pollution is kind of becoming a lot more frequent, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good one.
Next up, we have card number 4, Skincare Hot Springs. A hot spring that cures you of any skin condition. Bathing in it for half an hour daily gives you skin as soft and smooth as a baby's.
Wow.
That sounds kind of
high
nice.
school me would have liked that one a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if it'd be very useful to me nowadays. I feel like
Yeah.
my skin's pretty fine as is, but I don't know. Just conjuring a hot spring in general sounds kind of nice to me. I don't know. Sounds relaxing.
Actually, yeah, I could just like put that in my house.
Yeah.
Kind of nice.
I would love that as like a relaxation spot, like a personal spot.
Yeah. It's. But I mean, use case it varies from person to person. Like some people would definitely value that a lot more than we would, but
Right.
it is good and it'd be nice to have. Just I don't think it's for us necessarily.
No, only like, and honestly, like I would summon it and I would enjoy the hot spring for like probably like a week or two continuously, and then I'd probably like not care as much after that. Realistically,
I'd honestly probably not even want it in my house anymore after a week. And
that would
you
take
just
up a
can't
lot of
remove it.
space. Yeah, like you can't remove it after you use it.
It's
So,
just stuck.
you have to build around it for the rest of the time you're there.
Next is Spirited Away Hollow. Interesting. Enter and then exit this hollow, and you will be transported to a desolate location within the country. Circumstances will allow you to return to where you started without spending any money.
Who would want this?
I don't know. This is that's an
Desolate
interesting one.
location.
I mean, if you get that and the pitcher of eternal water, maybe you could you can live at least. Maybe later there will be a food card too. I don't know.
Maybe, but like, what would you
You can
do?
just survive. I just chill. I don't know.
Sure. If you're, this is a card for masochists and adventurers. I think, like, not for me.
Cave divers, maybe this would be like a cave diver's dream.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I mean, because like the alternate name of this is Cave of Mysterious Disappearance. So,
Hey, that's something they would love.
yeah. So, not for me, but
No.
I could see some people out there enjoying this card.
Bear Grylls would probably like this one.
Probably, I could see it. Going on to card number 6, we got Liquor Spring. Draw some of this spring's water. 1 hour later, it will become a random alcoholic drink of exquisite taste and extraordinary quality. Hey, I'm just saying, like, for various social gatherings, like, for that purpose, dude, that's unlimited alcohol, if you think about it.
That would be sick. Imagine throwing a party and then you show them the secret room in your house and you're like, get a load of this shit. And you got the liquor spring in there.
You have the liquor gotcha room. Like, that
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
That does. That would actually be amazing. That would be the ultimate party favor.
And there's no limiting factor on this either, from what I can tell. It's
No.
just draw some water,
unlimited.
and then an hour later, it's random alcohol, and like you can do that assumingly any amount of times. That sounds good to me personally.
And it's always good. That's the big
Yes.
thing. It's not like there's bad ones. It's always exquisite. That's
So I read that as like that could even be like that changes from the person to person actually drinking the alcohol according to their taste. That's how I kind of interpret that.
Yeah.
Because like you can't really there isn't really like objectively exquisite taste, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I like this card a lot personally.
That's a good one. I really like that. It's when you only get to bring 3 cards out, that's a hard one to justify, but damn, it's cool to think of all the things you could do with that.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. I get this one.
I didn't realize it was this early on. Oh my god.
Pregnancy stones. Here we
Whoa.
are. You know it, you love it. Carry a stone weighing 7 pounds each for 1 month, and you will get pregnant, even if you're a male. You may choose the sex of the baby by the female or male stone. So, is that a different card?
No,
Or-
so I'm assuming you get 2 stones from this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah. This is
If
the
you want
card.
to get pregnant, there you go. Don't worry, community comments. We will be talking about this card a lot. So
I already know at least like half of you probably have mentioned this card. So
I think all of them. So
yeah. So
they have a really creative audience.
no. We love you guys still though. Yeah. So no point talking about the theories or whatever right now. We'll get to that later. But
And also
yeah.
safe to say neither of us would be taking this card into the real world.
No, I'm perfectly fine without this card, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Moving on to card number 8, we have Mystery Pond. Release 1 fish into this pond, and there will be 1 more fish of that type the next day. You can keep any combination of fish in this pond, even saltwater and freshwater fish together. Okay.
Man, do this. Open up an aquarium. Billionaire.
Yeah, there's potential here. Even as like, if you wanted to live like an efficient lifestyle, like of like having a food source. Technically,
Yeah, that
endless,
too.
If
Endless
build it
food
up
source. And just get like one of your favorite fish. Infinite.
Yeah, granted,
There you
you'd
go.
still have to put the effort into like actually like, I guess killing the fish and cooking it and whatnot, right? But
Yeah, it's a little more work.
no, not for everybody, but. There's use cases here. Again, probably not something I would take personally. It's like something I value a lot, but like,
Yeah.
it's cool, and I like the aquarium, play a lot as well. I think that could be
Yeah, I think
really
that'd
fun.
be cool.
Well,
But
if I'm
on the
keep
topic
going.
of infinite food sources, this next one beats that by a shit ton.
Oh,
So
God,
here we
yeah.
have Tree of Plenty, which is a tree that bears all sorts of fruit. No matter how much you harvest, it will be full again the next day. The type and number of fruit are random.
Holy.
Now that's the risky part. Because, well, it's not really that risky because at worst, you just like get one day where you have like 1 apple. And like that sucks. You'll feel bad about it. But also, you'll probably have like a day where there's like 50 and you can just stockpile it for the next day anyways. So honestly, you're
Yeah.
probably good.
Yeah. I mean, like, and at least for me, I like most fruit in general. Also, there's only like a few that like I'm like, like I could go without. But my concern with this though would be like, how much fruit does this tree bear? Because if you're not eating a shit ton of fruit each day, I could see that becoming a problem real quick of having way too much fruit on your hands and it going bad.
That's true. Yeah.
So, granted, I guess there's ways to work around it. You could donate the fruit, maybe,
Right.
to some neighbors or something.
Or ideally, this wouldn't be for one person. You'd probably like feed a community with this. Like I imagine this in like
Right.
the center of town. Like everybody come
Okay.
get your fruit for the day.
Okay, yeah, and then that might raise concerns where the government comes on you at that rate. But aside
Well,
if you keep it a secret, there's a lot of use cases for this, and they can only do good. So I like this card a lot. As a
Yeah.
fellow fruit enjoyer, especially. Okay, next up we have card number 10, Golden Guidebook. A travel guide that lists where and when you can meet people of the opposite sex who are your type. Oh man.
that's dangerous.
That's a dangerous one to mess around with. Cause like, I mean, they could be your type, but like, would they actually be good for you to meet and befriend? That's another question. But I guess that's the risk you take, and it just tells you where and when you can. Doesn't mean you have to. So
True.
I guess if you're just feeling up for it.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
also kind of like a gotcha.
kind of. Hey, you know what? This probably beats literally any dating app that's on the market today, though. So I kind of value this to some degree.
Yeah, but then you also have to like approach them and talk to them and
Yes, but as someone who's kind of been trying to, practice socializing skills a little bit more, as of the last like, a little while now, I feel like there's opportunity. It's basically free opportunities to do that, right? While also
that's true.
maybe meeting and befriending new people. So, I mean, again, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
there's an inherent risk, but I kind of like it. I kind of like this card.
Yeah, it's interesting. Next is golden scales. When faced with a two-option choice, these scales will tell you which is better for your future. Oh,
That,
dude,
huh?
I kind of need this one.
So, this is kind of busted in theory, right?
Yeah.
I guess the scary part about it would be like, maybe there's an option that is technically better for your future, but you're not gonna like it in the short term or even long term, right?
That's
So,
true.
may not benefit you in the way you may think it would right out the gate. That being said, I mean, if it's like objectively like, you're gonna go on this path and it will do you better in the long term, even if you don't see it immediately, that's pretty good. But
Yeah.
it's only limited to a two option choice, so I feel like that may be more limited in use cases than we're even thinking right now. Because there's so
Yeah,
many
for
decisions
sure.
in life where it's very multifaceted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but hey, for like simple stuff though, like this could be really good.
It is also only two options. I did think about that just now. Like you can't.
Yeah.
This wouldn't work on like a something with three options or
No, that's what I'm
more.
saying.
So
Yeah, like
yeah,
it's
it was a little
basically
limited.
for like yes no questions, or like do I go to this event or not? Do I continue
Yeah.
building a relationship with this person or not? Like do I walk away
Mm-hmm.
or keep going? Like things like that, and that could be really good there. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you have a very multifaceted question like what should I do for a living, it's not going to help you. So, um, you know, I could see I wouldn't fault people for you know liking this card or choosing this card if they were like win Great Island or something, right? But I don't know if I
Yeah.
would choose it though personally. I feel like it
Yeah.
might be too
It's
limited.
the more I think about it, the less good it is. But it's an interesting one to keep in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, keeping with the golden theme, number 12, Golden Dictionary. Each day, you will find a word glowing gold. You should learn those words because they will come in handy the next day. um,
Lame. I don't give a shit.
yeah, how does learning a single word come in handy? Like, what could possibly like if I find the word like I like think let me think of a random word. Um, if I see the word water like glowing, right? Like, why should I keep that in mind going to the next day? Like, what could possibly include the word water that would come in
That would
handy
also
for me?
kind of stress me out. Like if
Yeah,
I
every
see if
day.
I that word too specifically, if I saw water, I'd be overthinking. I'd be like, "Oh my god, is like water gonna run out tomorrow? Like, are we just like screwed? Is this it? I
Right,
don't
right.
know. Like, yeah, who knows?
I
Food?
yeah, food. Yeah, so I feel like you could spiral really quickly if you're the type to overthink. So
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't choose this card. I think
Hell
that's
no.
a trap.
Next is the Luck Bank Book. Refrain from using the little things of good luck in your daily life. You can accumulate and convert them into cash. Huh.
Huh.
That's
So
interesting.
refrain from using the little things of good luck in your daily life. So, uh, hmm. I guess
It's like what classifies as luck, you know? It's like
right.
that's a weird one.
That's a very abstract concept to think about there. But the upside is really good, I think.
Yeah.
But also
Especially if
like
you're
what's
like a generally lucky person, you're rich.
but like what's the conversion rate also? Like is it
Right. Yeah,
determined
it
by the
doesn't
amount of
say.
luck? In even then, like if I use up a lot of luck, what do I get? Do I get like $10, $20, $100? Like what? I need more information to be comfortable choosing this card.
Yeah, I agree.
Next, we have connection severing scissors. Oh. Cut a picture of someone you don't want to see with these scissors, and you will never see them again. Caution, it will affect everyone in the picture except yourself. So IRL blocking, essentially. I guess.
That's
I wonder if this means
yeah.
like they just will never be present in your life ever again, or like they'll just be like invisible to you.
Yeah, they'll just be invisible to you is how I interpret it, and that's kind of scary. Like
Like,
you're just making like your worst enemy invisible.
yeah.
I mean, they don't know it, but still.
And also like having to like have a picture of them to cut specifically, like
Yeah, like a
that's
physical picture.
it's a little weird.
It's,
Like, am I just gonna like print out somebody's like Facebook profile picture if I don't want to see them in life? You know, like
yeah,
a little weird. I probably
it's a weird one.
probably not a card I would choose also, but like
No.
I just don't see a point. But if you're that annoyed by somebody in your life, I guess this is the card for you.
Yeah, but then like, what if you regret it? Then you
True,
can
there's
never
no
take it
going back. Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll never see
you're like,
them
damn, I
again.
kind of want to patch things up with them. Nope, never can. That's it.
You can't be a changed person with this one.
Yeah. Next up is Fickle Genie. This genie will grant you 3 wishes, but you need to suggest 1,000 potential significantly different wishes, and he will choose 3 from among them. No cheating by asking for different increments of money.
This card sucks ass, dude. What?
That's awful. That is so bad.
That is the worst. That unironically one of the worst cards we've read so far. This is awful.
Like, to come up with 1,000 ideas
1,000
Ugh.
significantly different wishes. Too.
significantly.
So I can't even fathom how much time you would have to spend crafting that list. Only for you to only get 3 wishes out of those 1,000, that could be really shitty because you have to like stretch your mind for like different wishes. So,
And also,
like,
keywording here is that it's not random. He will choose them. So,
yeah.
like, it's just what, like, what's the personality of this genie? You know, like that we have to learn that too. And like, yeah, fuck all that. No,
Yeah,
I'm not. I would never pick this.
I wouldn't risk it at all. This card sucks. Anybody
No.
who chooses this is delusional.
Yeah, that's insane.
Next up, we have Fairy King's Advice. The Fairy King offers you gently apt advice on what you lack or what you should fix. The annoying thing is he appears when he wants to.
I'm good.
Yeah, I feel like this is better than the Fickle Genie, but I would get annoyed very quickly. So
I'd get so pissed off.
like I just imagine the most inconvenient timings imaginable. Like maybe you're already like in distress over something happening in your life, and then he just appears like, "Hey, I should probably work on that, man." Like, fuck off,
Yeah.
dude. No, I'm
Get
good.
out of here, bro. Next up, we all know this one. This is Angel's Breath. She cures one person of all wounds and ills, restoring them to perfect health. She will only appear once.
Busted card.
It's really good. It only works once, which is the thing. But, you know, it's I mean, that could like cure cancer, you know, like that is
Right.
huge.
That is a get out of jail free card for any major medical situation.
Yeah, that'd be a definitely one to consider taking, just like especially, you know, us living in America and the healthcare is the worst shit in the world. Yeah, this would be a good get out of jail free card.
Yeah, absolutely. I would consider this no questions asked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see all of the other cards that are options before like I start thinking about like the 3 cards I would take, but this one is like near the top of the list for sure.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Imp's Wink. You will experience the most amazing ecstasy when she winks at you. She can appear multiple times. Be warned, it can get addictive.
Nope. That's terrifying.
It's kind of dangerous too when you think about it.
Yeah, nope. That cannot be good for anybody.
It implies though that it's not like she appears like at her own will. Like you kind of just summon her whenever you feel like it. So that's good, I guess. But yeah, kind of making it out to be like a drug. And like I don't know about that.
Yeah, and the thing is, you will experience the most amazing ecstasy. It's not like, so you're not going to be chasing the high. You're just gonna be doing it every time, and that is a very dangerous concept. Like
Yeah.
you could just some freak out there could literally just do this all day long, forever.
Yeah, actually. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm good. I'm
I'm good.
sure. I'm sure some people would choose this card, but no, I'm good.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Next is Poltergeist Pillow. Sleep on this pillow, and your astral form will be able to wander at will. This is like Hanzo's ability. But you will turn into a real ghost if you do not return. This is Hanzo's ability. Wait a minute. What? What the hell? Yeah, did he steal this? Did he take this card from Green Island? This is Hanzo's ability, straight up 100%.
Was that ever said he would turn into a real ghost if he didn't return to his body, though?
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to return.
Oh,
Like
you're right.
if he doesn't go, yeah, if he doesn't, I don't remember the exact amount of time, but if he doesn't return to his body in a certain amount of time, he'll stay as a ghost.
What the fuck, dude?
He must. Togashi really liked this idea, I
Yeah,
guess.
he's a big
Wow.
Poltergeist Pillow fan.
Well, that's Hanzo's ability. That's all I got to say about that one. I wouldn't want it, but
No, I'm good. That's
Hanzo
too risky
would.
for me. Too risky
Yeah.
for me.
and
also,
what would I even do? I don't care.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, what you can spy on people, I guess, but like,
I don't want to.
I don't want to. Yeah. Yeah. That's Hanzo's card, though. Moving
Yeah.
on, I guess. We have Mood Clock now. This clock sets your current state of mind. Turn it to noon, and you will maintain perfect serenity. Thus, you can adjust your emotions according to the situation.
I don't need this one, but there are definitely people out there who do.
Yeah, I see this being valuable to a good chunk of people.
Yeah.
I kind of value also being able to, like, practice keeping my own emotions in check, like myself, right? I value that a lot as, like, something I want to... Like, I feel satisfaction out of being able to keep myself in control almost, right? So this kind of... I like the idea that this is like a cheat code to that, but, like, I
Yeah.
personally don't value it highly.
Yeah, that's also one that could get kind of dangerous. You could just overuse that and
Yes.
become like a totally different person.
Right,
yeah.
right.
I'm good on that one. Probably also good on this next one. This is X-ray goggles. You can see through things. An adjustment dial allows you to set the X-ray depth. The only thing it cannot see through is a pack of spell cards from Masadora.
Okay.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of, like, the hypothetical questions of, like, you know, if you had X-ray vision, you know, like, you know, or would you want X-ray vision? I don't know. It's kind of boring to me. Like, I feel like I'd get bored of that power really quickly. So
Yeah, there's not a lot of use cases for it, to be honest. Like, I can't think of a time I needed to see inside of something before, like, I could open it myself. I guess, like, packs of Pokemon cards or something, that could be kind of good, but even then, how could you... Well, no, yeah, you could just set the depth and just see each card. Yeah, I don't know.
it's whatever to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't need it.
Nah, I'm good.
Next, we have a Toremon. A beast on the verge of extinction has a habit of stuffing things in its 4D pocket. You never know what kind of treasures it could have picked up. So this is a weird one. This is an abstract one.
This could be fun.
So you get like a little pet, essentially, that kind of just picks things up randomly, and, like, you know, you could have some, like, loaded treasure on your hands, depending on
Yeah.
what interesting. I don't know. I would need to know more about it before, like, being confident choosing it.
If I was in Greed Island, I would definitely use this card in game first to get a feel for how it worked, and then I'd decide if I want to take it.
Like, what if this beast isn't friendly? Like, am I just screwed then?
I mean, he looks pretty cute.
Yeah.
He's like a little cat. I actually like him a lot.
Appearances aren't everything, though.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'd be too cautious to pick this one, probably.
Next up is Tome of 1,000 Tales, a book that shows you a different story each time you open it. Use the special included bookmark if you want to stay on the same story when you put it down. I like this one. That's fun.
Okay.
Just never run out of stories to read. Yeah, book fans would love this one.
Yeah, if you're a big reader, you probably should consider this one because like that's just unlimited content, you know?
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
it's fun. I like that one.
Yeah, I'd consider this. I'm not like a huge reader myself. I mean, I say that when I read manga, right? But like, you know what I mean.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to dedicate time to like pick up a book specifically, but I consider this at least because like again, it's literally just free, unlimited entertainment.
Yeah.
Next up, we have hypothetical TV. Input a hypothetical situation with the included remote, and this TV will show you a 30-hour documentary of the possibilities. You are also able to record. Ooh.
Whoa.
I really like this card, actually.
That's cool.
So, I like this because it doesn't give you, like, a predetermined future or anything. It's just, okay, I'm wondering about this situation. I want to know, like, every way this could go wrong, every way this could go right. I can make a judgment for myself. And you're able to just watch endless content on that. Not endless, 30 hours of just all the situations that could.
Yeah, and like that could just be used for fun too. Like
yeah,
just throw out some random crazy ass hypothetical and just watch what would happen. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, what's an example? Like I could choose like what if I never got into Jujutsu Kaisen, you know, for example. And then I was just able to watch the fun happen there. Where does my life go wrong after that point? You know? That's fun. This card's near the top of the list for me, unironically.
Yeah, I love this one. That just sounds like fun. I love shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to be crazy to pick this next one. This is another well-known one. This is Risky Dice. A 20-sided die with 1 skull face and 19 star faces. When you roll a star, great things happen, but rolling the skull will be bad enough to cancel out all the previous great events.
Hell no.
And from what we've seen, 9 times out of 10, actually 10 times out of 10 in the series, that is death. So, nope.
Yeah, nope, I'm good. I've played enough D&D over the last few years where I have numerous sessions where I roll like 3 1s back to back to back, so I'm perfectly good on this. No, not for me. I'm not that much of a gambler.
Yeah.
I'm not that crazy. Next we have a Night Shift Dwarves. It's kind of a screwed up one. They can do any work you can, and they will work as long as you are asleep. They cannot do anything beyond your abilities.
That's... Anything beyond your abilities. Wow.
That really limits things.
Yeah, right. I suck. Yeah. I can't do much.
I mean, I guess this means you could like have chores done like while you're sleeping. That's kind of cool, I guess.
We could each get this card, Dylan, and then we could have our dwarves do a night version of the podcast.
Oh my gosh. Hunter Association. Midnight
After
hour.
dark.
Yeah, after dark.
With dwarves.
I think I'm good on this, but this
I
is
think
funny
I'm
to
good.
think about.
It's very funny. Book of VIP passes. You can go anywhere with these passes. Book of 1,000. So you get 1,000 uses and you can go anywhere. That's not bad.
Define go anywhere.
Yeah, like can you teleport there, or can you just like there's like a locked door and you like wave this up and it unlocks? Like is it
right?
I need more details.
I need more details as well. This could be really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
If it works how I want to envision it, but I don't know how it works, so that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
There could be a lot of convoluted restrictions for this one that
for sure
me from choosing it.
Yeah.
Next we have Capricious Remote. A remote control to manipulate 10 emotions someone feels towards someone else on an intensity scale of 1 to 10. You cannot control how people feel toward you. It's kind of, I don't know how I would feel playing Puppet Master for somebody else's emotions.
That would stress me out. I don't want that power.
Yeah.
You could do a lot with that.
Very malicious things too, included.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, no, not for me. I
And if you pick that card, I'm side-eyeing you like
I
crazy because what are you doing?
you are being judged if you pick this card.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, not. I'm good.
Next up, pre-order vouchers. Write the name of any commercially available product on a voucher, and you'll be guaranteed to. Oh, Switch 2, baby!
Switch 2! Yeah!
Guaranteed to get it, regardless of its scarcity. You still have to pay, though. You also get a book of 1,000. Okay. That's.
I feel like most pre-orders nowadays are not that crazy to actually get a hold of. Barring a couple exceptions.
There's some crazy shit you could do with this. Like, but it's. You'd have to become a different man. Like, you'd have to be plugged into a lot of shit.
Yes.
Like, would this apply to, say, auctions? Like, could I pre-order something that's up for auction for the starting bid and just get it?
Would that count as commercially available?
Oh, commercial. But, I mean, auction events are commercial events.
That's true, yeah. I guess it just depends on how they're defining commercially available, because I feel like that can be a bit of a gray area depending on what's being sold in auction, you know?
Yeah.
But, so I think I wouldn't choose this because most of the things I'm interested in that would be pre-orderable, it's not that hard as long as you're paying attention.
You can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch 2 including, in all likelihood.
Yeah, like, we're gonna get that shit. I'm not too worried. I am a little worried about it, but it'll happen. I don't need this card or pre-order voucher for it.
The last time anything like this happened with me, I guess, is with Premium Bandai with One Piece TCG products. Screw that. That could be helpful in that case.
That'd be really helpful.
Yeah, the Nami playmat that sold out within like 10 seconds. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you'd never have to worry about One Piece shit again.
Well, never, actually. So, I mean, okay, maybe that kind of ups it a little bit for me. But I feel like it's not enough for make it a top pick.
No, yeah. It's... Especially, I mean, we still got like 40 or 60 cards to go, so there's going to be plenty.
We need to get through these. Shit.
Yeah. We may not actually do spell cards, because I'm having fun just talking about these, what are these called? Specified slot cards. We'll see, though.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll play it by ear.
Yeah.
Maybe as a bonus episode if we don't get to it.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Favor Cushion. Seat someone on this cushion, and he will do one thing for you so long as it is within his capabilities. That's a devious one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm good.
This is for tricksters of the world, and I'm
not
this.
No. This could do a lot. Is this unlimited use?
I'm assuming so.
Oh my god.
Okay, unlimited use in that I feel like anybody can sit on, they will do the one thing for you, but it's one thing per person. That's how I'm reading it. Anyways.
Ugh. No, I'm good. That's scary. I'm good.
I don't want to enter that territory.
No. Next up, double postcard to the dead. Address and mail this return postage paid postcard to a deceased person, and you will get a reply the next day.
Aww.
You get 1,000 uses. I kind of like that.
I kind of like that too. Yeah, that's sweet. Not useful per se, but like,
no.
I mean, I think a lot of people would at least consider this for sure. We all have at least one person we'd want to speak to again, right? So that's cool.
That is cool.
Next up, we have Parrot Candy. Sucking on this candy enables you to produce any voice. Whoa. The effect lasts until you next ingest something. A set of 10 packs, 50 candies per pack.
500 uses.
500 candies.
That's fun. That's a good party trick.
Yeah.
And it could also be more than that if you're devious.
Yeah. So I the first thing I thought of is like, well, I could be like an actual voice actor if I really wanted to.
True.
But
yeah,
it's only 500, so you're unlikely to have a long career out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, yeah, fun party trick at least. I probably this wouldn't be a top choice for me, but
No.
I like the
If
idea.
I got like 10 cards, maybe, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's more so just like a novelty thing.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, hormone cookies, another pretty well-known one. After eating this candy, your sex will temporarily change for 24 hours. Instead of 10 boxes, 20 cookies per box.
Not for me.
So,
I'm good.
yeah, not for me. It's also temporary, which sucks. Because, like, you could say, oh, yeah, this would be great for, like, trans people. But 24 hours.
Yeah,
So-
and you're and it's not unlimited cookies either.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's yeah. Not amazing, obviously, but
No.
not that I do not feel a need to have this effect, you know, in general. So
Yeah, I'm good.
yeah, not for me.
No.
Next up, we have Universal Survey. Write various questions about yourself and give them to someone, and he will answer all questions honestly. Reusable.
Wow.
So, I mean,
Reusable.
this is an interesting one because you could get. So, like, I mean, I feel like we've all had like a situation where we truly wonder how somebody like thinks about us. You know, whether just like us as like a friend or just like objectively as a person. You know, qualities of us, right? Because like, you know, we're obviously all biased within our own thoughts about ourselves, right? So this could be fun for like getting more insight about like, okay, like how am I perceived by the world, right? And the fact that it's reusable is really cool too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel a dire need to have this, but like this is something I consider. I think it's cool.
It's interesting. I feel like it could lead to, like, trust issues, though.
That's true. That's true.
Cause, like,
Yeah, 'cause, like,
I'm
if you
sure
consider someone a
everybody's
very-
got something.
If you, yeah, because if you consider like I fear for like the case of like I consider someone like a very genuine friend, right? And then like I give them the survey and they like just they hate me like actually, and like I just never realized it. Like that made
would
me
be
feel like
awful.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
So dangerous territory there, but like
Yeah.
I think it could be useful in some cases.
Yeah, it could be. Next is chameleon cat, an endangered species. Once tamed, it can transform into any animal. However, its mass remains constant, so it will be a tiny elephant or a large hamster, for example. Huh. So it's a cat-sized anything, basically.
That's weird.
I don't see much of a point, but it's funny.
Once tamed,
Like-
it can Yeah. Huh. I mean, I could have like a small like panda like pet, you know.
Yeah,
that'd be
you
cool.
could just make it whatever.
I don't have a need for this card, but it's
Yeah, I'm
interesting.
good. It's interesting, yeah.
Next, we have recycling room. Put something broken in this room, and it will be repaired as good as new 24 hours later. The door must not be opened until the time is up. Huh.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's a very useful and efficient card to have.
Yeah. That'd be handy.
Imagine
Wouldn't
like
need it all the time, but
no, but when you do need it,
yeah.
oh, it'd be good. Like imagine like I'm thinking back to when my first PS4 just like bricked from a power outage.
Yeah.
Like I could just I wouldn't have had to pay like
Yeah.
another $300 to buy a new one. You know, I could have just put it in the recycling room and it's good to go next day.
And also like good as new. So I could just snap my laptop in half, put it in there, and like it's like I got it fresh out of the box. Like total reset.
Yeah. So like the moment you feel like something like you know one of your electronics is like starting to run a little slower nowadays, it's like oh okay, well just you know give it up for 24 hours and now you're back to normal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
'cause,
that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it reads though as like it's one item at a time though, which is which you know could be a restriction, but like I feel like
Yeah.
that wouldn't come up for most people.
No.
So.
Yeah, probably not. Next up is fledgling athlete. Warm this magic egg in your hand for 3 hours a day for 1 to 10 years, and you will become a top athlete when it hatches. The stronger your desire during incubation, the sooner it will hatch.
What?
This is for very specific people.
Yeah, very driven people specifically.
Yeah.
Because like I can't imagine
not
someone.
me.
I can't imagine someone who's unmotivated to become like an athlete of any sort would. Yeah, because like, dude, why would you hold on to an egg for 10 years at that point? If
That
you're
would be
not,
awful.
yeah. Hey, I don't know. I guess for like, I don't mind this card as much, I think, compared to you, because like there's some dreams that I had when I was younger, and admittedly, even still, like nowadays, I think of like as a cool what if. Like, I think of like pro wrestling specifically. When I was younger, I like really wanted to become a pro wrestler. That's some Dylan lore for you guys. Um, Still a big wrestling fan to this day. That's besides the point, though. So like my I wouldn't choose this now, but I could see that this would be useful for a lot of people, I think, who have aspirations of that nature.
Yeah, it's cool. It looks like we have a set here, by the way, also.
Oh,
So the next, like, yeah, so.
Okay, we have a lot that's within this set, actually, so we might speed through this a little bit.
Yeah, we can just kind of say what the, like, profession or whatever it is.
Yeah. So, fledgling artist is next, and yeah, for all these sets, it looks like it's the same premise of warming a magic egg in your hand for 3 hours a day for 1 to 10 years, and you'll become top X, when it hatches, right?
Yeah.
This one is fledgling artist, so you'll become a top artist when it hatches.
And that's tempting, because art's cool. I would love to draw, but taking the time to learn how to draw is hard.
Right, and artist is kind of like subjective as well. There's multiple different like types of artists. There's drawing, there's paintings, there's graphic artists. There's music artists even. Although we have a card later down actually that kind of defines that, but you get what I'm saying. So again, not for me personally. I think I'm not very. It's funny as I'm on a podcast, I'm saying I'm not very like artist inclined. When we're both creating content together, but yeah, I don't know. There's probably other cards I consider over it, though.
Yeah. The next one is fledgling politician. Same
No.
thing, but politician. And nope, I'm good.
You will never, ever catch me setting foot into the political world. I'm good.
No, sir.
Next, we have fledgling musician. This could be cool.
Yeah,
I've always
that'd be fun.
wanted to learn how to like play instruments in general. I just never have the time or energy or motivation to do so. So maybe I would have to warm that egg for close to 10 years, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to have to be like a top like pianist or something. I feel like that'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Next is fledgling pilot. So pilot, no, I don't need to be a pilot, but neat.
Yeah, I'm good. Neat, for sure. Next, fledgling novelist. So you'll become a top novelist.
Fun. I got some book ideas. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big writer, so I wouldn't consider it probably, but I know a lot of people who would.
Then there is fledgling gambler, which that's I don't need to be good at gambling, really.
Hear me out.
Okay.
You become a top gambler, assuming that means that like you just have massive intuition, you have the best luck in the world, you will when to put it all on the line versus when you don't. Dude, you could make some serious money off of that. I'm just saying.
You're right. Yeah.
There's always a risk when it comes to gambling, even if you become a top gambler, But
Yeah.
with all that knowledge you would have, assuming you become a top gambler, and just knowing when to go all in on something, when to take bets on something, that could be a gold mine. That's all I'm saying. I'd consider it at least.
Yeah. It's worth considering.
Next we have fledgling actor, so you become a top actor.
Yeah.
I like that.
That'd be
I've
fun.
always really admired actors in general. I think for just the variety and creativity aspect of it. So maybe I consider it. I think there's an alternate universe where like I am like drama influenced to some degree, right? I just never had that opportunity growing up. So
Yeah.
cool though.
Fledgling CEO. No. I don't wanna be a CEO.
What? I mean, you become filthy rich, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
but everybody hates you, and
yeah, not a trade off I'd be willing to make.
yeah, no.
And that's it for all the fledgling sets.
Yes.
So back into the weird territory, guys. Starting off with Gold Dust Girl, A girl who sheds gold dust from her body. 500 grams of gold can be harvested from her daily bath. Very shy, she rarely leaves the house.
Hmm.
How much is 500 grams of gold worth? Let's see.
And that's daily. So that's
According
somewhat
to this
interesting.
one site that I have no idea if it's legitimate or not, about $55,000. So
What? No
yeah,
way.
yeah, apparently.
Well, then, yeah, I'll take
Uh,
this.
Also, according to this site here, so that's 55 grand a day. Maybe, yeah, that sounds at the very least somewhere between like 40 to 55, probably.
If
Yeah.
that's accurate, then yeah, I'll take it.
Uh,
Thanks. There's
It would just be
Sure.
weird to explain to friends who visit, though, right? Like,
yeah, but whatever. She seems chill. Like she looks like Chun-Li.
it would just be very hard to explain to people.
it would be.
But that I guess if that's the only downside, I'm taking it. Yeah, that's just free money, literally.
Yeah. Next is Sleeping Girl. This one's interesting. A girl who sleeps in your stead. You can be active for 24 hours without sleeping while she sleeps for you.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. You can get a lot of shit done.
You can get a lot done. This also reads though that like after 24 hours you have to go to sleep for some X amount of time though. So
True.
it's not
but
like
it
you could
doesn't
stay
say
awake
that.
forever. Well, it says
I mean,
you can be
she's
active
sleeping
for 20.
for you though.
Yes, but it says you
So-
can be active for 24 hours without sleeping. So I'm reading that as after 24
Yeah.
hours you have to sleep to some degree at least. So
Yeah,
there's
maybe not like.
there's a
I hope
catch
it's not
there.
like a day on, day off. If it's just like an 8-hour sleep, then yeah, I'll take it. But
Yeah, because that's still way more efficient than what we have now, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's pretty good.
I like it. Yeah.
I do too. Yeah.
We have aromatherapy girl now. A girl who admits the most comfortable aroma for you. While she's by your side, you will be free of stress. Okay.
Sounds pretty nice as someone who's high stress.
Yeah.
Be nice.
I feel like I feel like I would think much more calmly through a lot of my day-to-day stuff with that. So
Yeah,
I'd consider it at least.
tempting. Yeah. Next up is Miniature Mermaid. A mermaid small enough to fit in your hand. A comfortable living environment puts her in a good mood, and she will sing with her beautiful voice. I mean, I don't really need that, but sure. Cute, I guess.
It's cute, but do I need that? No.
No,
Really?
not really.
I also wouldn't feel comfortable caring for a mermaid. I
Yeah,
don't know. I feel like
that's
that'd be,
small too. You could easily crush that thing.
Yeah. Not with a 105-pound dog that I own as well. I think.
Yeah.
Next we have miniature dino, a dinosaur small enough to fit in your hand.
Okay, we got a bunch of
produces-
minis.
Yeah. This creature produces a different species of tiny dinosaur with each new generation.
Okay, that's kind of fun.
I
I wouldn't want it, but it's fun. Like
yeah, like what would I do with a miniature dinosaur?
nothing.
Get the government like sicked on me? Like I'm good. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. You can't take that
similarly-
thing outside. So
Yeah, no, you cannot. I mean, it's really small, so people will probably never know. But
true.
then there's also miniature dragon. Dragon small enough to fit in your hand. It will obey your commands and eventually learn to talk if raised with love.
That's kind of scary.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. People have always asked me that, like, would I want to talk to my cat? Like, would I want my cat to talk? No, I would not. I don't. I don't like
That'd
that.
be a whole other dynamic if we could talk to our pets.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to have like human dynamics with my cat. I like the relationship as it is.
Okay, next up we have pearl locusts. Each of these locusts has a pearl in its abdomen. An outbreak occurs once every dozen years or so.
No.
What the hell? Why did Tagashi think of this one? This is kind of... No!
No,
Why?
I'm good. I don't like
No.
locusts, and I don't want another locust season, but they have pearls. Like that would also because this isn't just for you. Like any that would inflation would be fucked. That
Yeah,
would
no, this would royally screw up the economy in like every way, shape, and form.
yeah. This is bad all around. Do not pick this one.
No, no, no.
Next is king white stag beetle. It uses special pheromones to lure other insects to build a huge colony. It leaves the colony once a day for an evening stroll. All right.
Who
Sure,
wants
man.
this?
Bug fans, I guess. I don't know. I love that detail. It leaves once a day for an evening stroll.
What is that one kid's name from like the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh who like has all insect monsters?
Oh,
I forget his name. Is it
I
like Weevil or something like that?
I mean, I wouldn't know the dub name. I've only read the
Oh.
manga, so I don't even know.
Okay, it's been a while, but like,
Yeah.
if you're anything like him, I guess if you're an insect freak, but no.
Yeah, he'd love it.
Next we have Millennium Butterfly, a legendary insect named after the fact that the family of anyone who captures it will prosper for generations. So, assuming you use this, you probably capture it pretty easily.
I would
right?
have to imagine, yeah.
So, how your family prospers from you catching it is up in the air, I guess.
This one's just too uncertain to me. Like, it's a nice thought, but there's other ones on here that are more certain that I would rather have.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. Next is Revenge Shop. Report your grudges to the manager and he will retaliate for you in proportion to your grievance. Pay extra to request a more severe retaliation. Oh, man.
Dude, what?
That's scary.
I don't need that. And also the fact that you seem like you have to pay to use it in general too. It's not just free. No, I'm good.
No, it is free unless you want more to be done.
Oh, see, okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. I
But
don't
still
need
no.
this. Yeah. You might need to seek some help if you choose this card.
Yeah.
Let's learn to not hold grudges forever, guys. You know, that's the lesson here.
Yeah.
Next we have Perfect Memory Studio. Specify a time and date to get a picture of yourself in the past. You may also request a sequence of photographs. Huh.
I mean, like that could be useful from time to time, but
I like it in the sense that you could like revisit very specific moments in your life that maybe you don't have documentation of.
Yeah.
That could be cool, but not a useful card by any means. I don't think for the average person. I mean,
Again, that's a party trick card. Like, it's just
kind
kind
of,
of
yeah.
a little thing. Like, I don't know, it's nothing.
It's okay.
Yeah. Next is Hideout Realtor. The agent will build a secret room just for you at your chosen place. However, you must not tell anyone about it or bring anybody to it. I mean,
The fact that you can't bring anybody to it
yeah,
is kind
that
of a bummer.
sucks.
I guess you could
Not
have like
even my
literally
cat.
like a perfect office or stream room or something like that, right? Like, you know, there's use cases, but like, I don't know. I don't see a point.
Nah, I'm good on that, but
Especially if
interesting.
I can't bring like friends to it, you know, like that kind of
Right.
defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah, just by yourself.
Yeah. And I already live by myself, so like, I don't know, it's like this useless to me, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Next we have Secrets Video Rental. Rent videos of other people's secrets. You must not show the video or discuss its contents with anyone.
Oh.
Okay. So you're not hurting anybody at least from this.
No.
But you get to snoop on other people's secrets at your own leisure though, and they will never know because you can't show it or discuss it with anybody.
Yeah. Interesting, but I'm good.
I think I'm not that like snoopy of a person, I think, to
Yeah.
warrant picking this card over
I
everything
I do
else.
get really curious about people, but I don't know.
I
I'm
feel like
good.
I'm better off not knowing some of these people's
Yeah,
secrets too.
probably more than likely.
So I think I'm good. I you will probably I will probably judge you as well if you pick this one though. Realistically,
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it says a lot about your character. But I get
Next
it.
is Instant Foreign Language School. Spend time studying a language at this school, and you will accrue time on a timer included. While the timer is activated and counting down, you will be fluent.
Oh, so like you spend like an hour studying Japanese, right? And you can hold on to that time, and then the moment you activate it, you're fluent in Japanese for like an hour.
That's interesting.
Now the problem is, it seems like you kind of spawn an entire school from using this card, so like
Yeah, yeah,
might
yeah.
might might need some space to use this
You might need
effectively.
some space. That's neat. I would consider that one.
I'd consider it. Just it's kind of a bummer that you have to study the language at that school specifically, not in your own free time.
Yeah, yeah.
But cool use case, especially if you travel internationally to any degree. So
Yeah.
neat. Yeah, I like it. Next we have long lost delivery. Call the number and describe the item you lost, which will be delivered to you the next day. It must be lost for longer than a month.
Problem is, I don't remember what I've lost at this point.
Dude, I've lost so many like DS games like over the like my childhood and like early teens. There's some use cases I could do for that at least. I feel like I would run out of stuff or forget about stuff very quickly though. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't really
it's-
lose anything nowadays either too. So it's not like I'm future proofing.
Yeah, no, yeah, Sam.
Cool card though. Yeah.
Next is vending checkup. A full body medical scan for just 500. 500 what? I don't know what that.
Is
Maybe
that
Jenny,
like
I guess.
Jenny probably? Yeah.
Um, however, the only results are all clear or anomaly detected. Ugh. In which case, it is recommended you see a doctor. No. No.
This is a bad card.
Nope. I'm good.
That
would
is
stress me out.
yeah. This is the card you choose if you want to like willingly stress yourself out.
Yeah.
Um,
If I lived in a place with free healthcare, maybe.
maybe
Even then,
it is
I don't know.
convenient in the case that like you can kind of just. Well, is it a one-time use actually?
I mean,
It doesn't
you
say
pay
it's
money.
reusable. Oh, I guess
So-
if you pay money, that implies reusability. Okay.
Yeah, I would assume.
Okay. Well, okay. In that case, it's efficient because you can kind of just do a full body medical scan whenever. You don't have to set up an appointment or specify time to go see a doctor, right? So that's cool. But yeah, unfortunately, we live in America, and this would just be more stress on top of everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yep, I'm good.
Next, we have Club You Rule, in quotation marks. Everyone in the club will do your bidding while you are there. However, 1 hour in the club equals a day outside.
Whoa. What the hell?
I
I'm
don't
good.
go to clubs, really, so I wouldn't have any use for this.
Yeah, like, I don't know what I would do with this.
Yeah, like, everyone in the club will do your bid. What would you even get people in the club to do for you? Like, what point is there in that, you know?
Yeah, and it seems like they can't leave the club either, so it's not like
No.
we can do some crazy shit.
No,
It's just-
yeah. This is a trap card. I feel like this is a trap if you choose this one.
Yeah.
You don't get anything special out of it.
Mm-mm. Next is virtual restaurant. You can order any food you want. You will feel full, but is only an illusion. You will be given a multivitamin as you leave. No.
Yeah, it had me in the first half, and then it sucked ass in
Yeah.
the last half. I'm good.
No, thank you.
That is also a trap card. Do not pick this card. Dude,
Yeah, no.
It is only an illusion. Okay, man.
I mean, I guess if
Um,
you want to lose weight, I guess, but you're also technically starving yourself, even though you don't feel like you are.
yeah, and a singular multivitamin is probably not going to make up for that.
No,
At
I
least long
don't think
term.
so.
So I'm good. Um, Next is Witch's Love Potion. Kiss a pill, okay, and have your intended drink it. Or, wait. Oh, kiss a pill and have your intended drink it, and he or she will fall in love with you. One pill lasts 1 week. One vial contains 500 pills.
No. Hell no.
That is a lot of pills for this kind of
So
effect.
yeah, I guess you could have a relationship with somebody for a long time, but it would wear off eventually.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm good. Why no. Yeah. This is a trap as well.
Yeah, no. Next is Witch's Rejuvenation Potion. Each pill makes you physically younger by 1 year. You will retain all knowledge and memories. Beware, as you will die if you take more than your age. One vial contains 100 pills.
Okay. So the restriction is that if you're like 25 years old, if you take 26 pills and you die, right? Obviously. But if you're careful with the pills and using them at specific times, I guess theoretically you could be you could be physically like more in shape and young appearing for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean,
I don't really
probably
care
good
that
for old
much.
people,
Yeah. Um,
but I'm good.
yeah, I don't really care that much to warrant picking this, but you know, not the worst card in the world, I suppose.
Yeah.
Next, rounding out the Witches series, Witches Diet Pills. Each pill makes you lose 1 kilogram. One vial contains 200 pills. Beware, as you will die if you take more than you weigh. I'm good. I mean, I prefer to kind of maybe lose things a little bit more naturally and kind of have that progression mindset in terms of like working out and stuff. So, not for me.
I'd consider it. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, again, not the worst card in the world, I think.
Yeah.
Restriction's pretty tame.
Next is Doyen's Growth Pills. Each pill makes you grow 1 centimeter taller. One vial contains 100 pills. Not recommended for people under 20 years of age.
I might have to pick up this card.
Yeah, I think Dylan, you might want this one.
Yeah, that would do me a lot of good nowadays, I think. I'm not under 20 anymore, so it's not really a restriction for me.
Yeah.
I would
So?
genuinely, yeah, I would genuinely consider this.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much more I could say about it.
I'm good, but yeah.
Next up, we have Doyen's virility pills. A certain part of your anatomy will get very frisky. What the hell does that mean?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both endurance and frequency are enhanced. One vial contains 500 pills.
So it's Viagra.
Yeah, basically.
I don't need that one. But,
I don't either. I know many people who would want to take this. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, I know somebody who wants this one. This is Doyen's Hair Restorer. Luxurious hair will grow wherever it is applied. Use gloves or hair will grow on fingers and palms. And the person who wants this would definitely forget to wear gloves, so they'd be
He
fine.
definitely would. He would not read the instructions at all, dude.
No, he wouldn't. One vial contains 200 mils, enough to cover 10 heads. Well, not for us, but yeah.
Brayden, if you're listening right now, this is the one for you, man.
That's funny.
Oh my god. Okay. Next, we have Mad Scientist Steroids. Get all the muscles you want without exercise. You must drink a liter a day for a week, and it tastes horrible. A 7-box set with 10 1-liter bottles per box. A liter a day, and it tastes that bad is kind of crazy.
Yeah, no way, bro. I don't need muscles.
I mean, like, again, it kind of leads back to like some of the other cards we talked about. I kind of prefer having like the progression of working out and seeing my progress over time. I think that satisfaction to me is something I value. So I would not pick this as much as I am working actively to gain muscle.
All right, on. Next is Mad Scientist Pheromones. Spray on your body to attract the opposite sex. However, you cannot adjust the strength of its effect, so be careful as it may cause a proliferation of stalkers. Nope.
So you spray too much and you might get swarmed and you can't stop it. I'm good.
I mean, that's somebody's fantasy, but
not mine either. So I'm fine. That'd be too much for me. Next, rounding out the Mad Scientist series here, Mad Scientist Plastic Surgery. Scan a picture of the face you want and you will have an exact likeness. Each surgery carries a 5% chance of failure and a 1% chance the machine itself will break.
No.
No. Why would I want to lose the... I mean, I guess you could do some devious stuff with this if you wanted to have somebody else's face, right?
Well, yeah.
But, also, I don't like that risk, though, because if you accidentally land on the 1% chance the machine breaks after you've changed your face, you can't go back to your original face anymore, so you're just stuck, I'm assuming.
I guess so, yeah.
So...
Yeah, no, that's junk.
No, yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good on that.
Next is the Night Jade, a jewel, quote-unquote, blessed by the devil. When danger is about to befall its owner, it will deflect it to someone else. Oh, no, that's evil.
Does it deflect to someone else nearby or just, like, randomly in the world? Because if it's randomly in the world, I mean, I'm probably not going to know about it anyway, so, like, just...
Yeah, I guess.
I guess I wouldn't feel bad about using it then, but, oh, man.
I'd feel bad. I couldn't do that one.
Okay, I'm exaggerating. I would definitely feel bad still, but it's kind of like an out of sight, out of mind moment, right?
I guess so.
But oh man, is it like any danger as well? Like if I'm about to like trip on my own shoelace, like yeah, like okay, like is danger defined as like I'm about to trip on my own shoelace and it'll happen to somebody else instead, right? Like is it just any danger, quote unquote, or is it just like really risky shit? That's what I want to know. But
dude, this is also insanely busted in the world of Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? What do you
my...
like? If Gon had this, what? Like, huh? I can't even like wrap my head around this. This is too good.
I can't either. Yeah, this would be insane in universe. Wow. I'm kind of. Yeah, wow. There's really nothing more to say about it. That's just broken.
Yeah, that one's crazy. Wow.
I understand if people were to choose this card. I probably would not, just out of pure guilt. But, yeah. Next up, we have Sage's Aquamarine. Its owner will have many intelligent friends and keep those friendships for their entire lives.
I already have that.
Yeah. Well, we already have that on this podcast, so we don't need this one. But I mean, if you're lonely, I guess, yeah, this is probably
that's kind of sad, but I mean, you know, it's an option.
It is an option.
Next is Wild Luck Alexandrite. Its owner will get to have once-in-a-lifetime experiences, though you cannot choose whether they're for better or for worse. No, thank you. Hell no.
I'm not that big of a gambler, man.
No way, bro.
By this definition, a once-in-a-lifetime experience could literally be once in a lifetime and then you're dead. So, like...
Yeah, it could be death. Experience death. Like, no way. I'm good, man. Thanks.
Yeah, you wanna break your neck for the first time in your life?
Yeah, right?
No, I'm good. You are a masochist if you pick this card. I will respect it to some degree, but not for me.
Yeah.
Next, we have Roaming Ruby. The owner of this ruby will gain immense wealth, but will never be able to remain in the same place for more than a week.
Nah.
That's too. I'm not a traveling man like that.
Nope.
I like
I'm
to
a
travel,
homebody.
but I'm not, dude. If
Not
I
all
had
the
to
time.
Yeah, if I had to move around continuously, like every single week, I would go crazy. Probably that would be too stressful. So.
And like I'd also just stress out about like getting the timing off or something, and I was there for like an hour too long or something, and then it's all over.
Yeah. I guess since you have immense wealth, you would never have to work a day in your life again. So like that's something. But
Yeah, but
yeah, again, I'd be too stressed about this.
yeah, no, I'm good. If you like to travel though, that is actually probably the best thing you could do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm good. Beauty Magnet Emerald is next. Specialists offering beauty services flock to its owner, who will shine with unrecognized beauty.
Huh.
Okay. I mean,
I don't know how to interpret this one.
I don't really either.
I mean, in
I
any
don't-
case, I don't think I require these services.
No, I'm good. I don't really know what that's saying, but sure.
Yeah. Cool, I guess.
Yeah, good one.
Next is Lonely Sapphire. The owner of the sapphire will acquire vast wealth, but in exchange will spend a lifetime alone, forsaken by friends, family, and significant others.
What do you... If you are a supreme loner,
Yeah.
then
Like,
sure.
you
But-
only care about yourself, your own well-being. You don't give a shit what happens to anybody else. And like, I guess this is the card for you. But no, I'm not that person. I value my friends, family, and significant others. So
Yeah. Me too.
I'm good.
Next up is the Rainbow Diamond. A diamond that shines in a rainbow of colors. Propose with this diamond and she is guaranteed to say yes. Anybody? Like, it doesn't even already have to be your girlfriend.
Just propose to a random person and they'll say yes. Devious card. No.
Yeah.
I would want that to be genuine, ideally.
Yeah, preferably.
Not for me. I'll leave it
No.
at that. Yeah.
Not for me.
Next is we're at 80 now, so we're getting close to the end of these
Getting there.
cards. Next is Levitation Stone. A stone about 1 carat in size that levitates. It can levitate one person and receives energy from sunlight. So you can float with this stone.
I mean, I don't really need to float.
No, I don't
So,
either. I feel like
I'm good.
the most I would get out of that is people looking at me funny, and I don't know if that's necessarily
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Party trick card. This is exactly what it is.
Another party trick card, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Blue Planet. This is the one that Bluesky chose, of course. A unique blue jewel. Its composition does not correspond to any known mineral, so it was given this name to mean a gift from space. And that's it. It's just a rock. It's Bluesky just liked it.
It's just a rock. If you love jewelry, consider this one.
Yeah, you can probably do some cool stuff with it, but I'm good. Bluesky got it, so
probably sells for a lot of money considering it's like
I bet.
unknown material. Doesn't correspond to any mineral, so.
Yeah.
There's that, I guess, if you want to just sell it immediately and get a buttload of money.
Yeah.
Next, we have Staff of Judgment. Raise the staff in the air, calling out the name of someone you want to punish, and calamity will befall the one of you who has committed more bad deeds, the target or yourself.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
That's awesome, but terrifying, dude.
I love that idea. So I could just be like, Brayden, and then I'll probably get struck.
Would you? I don't know about
No,
that.
I would not, but it's funny to think about. I just love that idea.
That's a gambler card. Well, it's okay. It's cool. I like it. I think this is another one that'd be interesting in universe, especially. But I would not choose this card, and I would judge you if you chose it. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. I kind of love it though. It's really funny.
Yeah.
I just love that the person who casts it can get struck if they did more bad deeds. That is hilarious.
If you just completely misjudge somebody's character.
Yeah. That's so good. Next is the Sword of Truth. Splits in two, anything and anyone deceitful. In trials, it's a criminal's worst nightmare. The sword will shatter when used to cut something true, but will regenerate if stored in its scabbard for 1 day.
Whoa.
I mean, wow. That's interesting. I would not want this, but
Anything and anyone deceitful. I mean, so like
Yeah.
obviously you could use it as a weapon, but also that means this is so abstract now. You can like somebody says like a sentence and you can use the sword to like cut through it if it's like they're lying. Like that's okay. Very weird card there. I don't
that
need
is
it.
very
but
weird. Yeah, no.
If you're a practicing lawyer, then maybe you consider that though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next is Paladin's Necklace. A player wearing this will reflect curses cast upon him and be able to undo curses placed on cards he touches. This is more for like in universe than anything else, right? Like
Yeah, I'm going literally use this one.
So not really useful outside of that, but
No, not really, but hey, it's
it exists.
useful. It's an iconic looking necklace for sure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I've seen people in real life have that. Next is Scapegoat / Sacrifice Armor. Renders ineffective any attack by a weapon reverted from a card. Beware, as it will randomly break sometime within the first 100 attacks. No.
Yeah, no. Not really much to say about it. I feel like even
Yeah.
in universe, it's kind of crappy.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. A lot of
next,
gambler cards.
Yeah, a lot of them now. Next, we have Quiver of Frustration. You can cast as many leaves as you have arrows. It comes with 10 arrows, and one will be used each time you cast leave. So what did leave do exactly? Again,
Well,
I'm kind of
I can check the spell cards here.
blanking on that, but
I think you literally just leave the game actually.
oh, what the hell? Okay. And it comes with 10 arrows, so you can
Yeah, make target player leave the island. That's what it does.
Oh, so it doesn't have to be you specifically; it could be somebody else.
Yeah, you guess you could use it on somebody else.
Okay, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on this card.
Yeah, no, not really. Next is Shield of Faith. The spells Relegate, Return, Drift, and Collision will be rendered ineffective within a radius of 20 miles or
Or is
meters,
it 20
maybe.
meters?
I
Probably
think meters. Yeah, M is just meters. Yeah. Of the player armed with this shield. Sure.
Again,
These are all game-specific ones. So
yeah, a lot of including a couple coming up still too. Like these are all
Yeah.
very game specific, and it's unfortunate that we didn't really see any of these used. So like,
Yeah, right?
I mean, I'm sure there's creative ways to use it, but like I can't
Yeah.
really think of anything off the top of my head because of the nature of Green Island specifically.
Yeah.
But on that note, next we have Eternal Hammer. Anyone hit with this hammer will be afflicted with one random attack spell and cannot defend him or herself with a defensive spell. However, it will not work on someone using Fortress or Paladin's Necklace. That's a gambler attack.
Yeah,
right there.
that's
Yeah.
an interesting one for sure. Could be some uses for that, I guess, but
I like it. I'd like to see that be used.
yeah, that's neat. Next is Tax Collector's Gauntlet. Grants you the ability to cast a levy. However, it will destroy one random specified slot card from your binder every time. You cannot cast it if your specified slot cards are empty. That sounds awful. I don't know why you would want to do that.
That sounds like a very bad card. Holy crap.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
way. You
You
could
put
lose a
that
really valuable card.
put that in the binder and never touch it again.
Yeah,
That's
hell
what
no.
that card's for. Getting down to the last 10 cards now. We are at
Yep.
90 with Memory Helmet. You will never forget things you see or hear while wearing this helmet. Unfortunately, it's extremely large and heavy.
Man, I have a terrible memory, so this would be pretty helpful. But I mean, how heavy are we talking?
It's
Like,
extremely, apparently. So like
on your head? Like,
probably I would imagine at least it like debilitates your movement, right?
yeah, that's rough. I don't know. I guess that would be. Hey, if you're like in college or school, you're not moving anyways. You're just in a chair.
Yeah,
So
just endure the heaviness of it, and you're
yeah,
passing, right?
that's not bad.
No, that's really not. But outside of like a school environment, especially, well,
Yeah,
maybe I could. There's probably use cases for like during work, like for me, anyways.
yeah,
Like my
probably.
desk work. Um, I'd consider it at least, but like I wouldn't be actively like I would need convincing to choose this over other cards. I think. Um, it's not something I would enjoy picking and using at the very least because like that just sounds annoying. But the
Hmm.
benefits are pretty good, so I can't argue against that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next is Plastic King. Recombine the parts of this one-to-one scale model kit to build any kind of vehicle, fully functional, fuel not included.
Oh.
The thing is, though, you have to build it yourself.
Yeah, but I'm a fan of model kits though, so like I feel like it could be fun, like a fun little like
One
side
to
hobby
a
or project.
car, like how?
I don't know how it would work, but like
It'd be. You definitely need help, but
yes,
yeah, I mean, you could literally just get your dream car. That's cool.
yeah.
I mean,
Again, probably not something I'd just like go for immediately to pick, but
yeah, no,
um, I
neat
see.
though.
I see why maybe some people would pick it though. It's essentially a free car, and that's pretty cool. So
Yeah, yeah.
next we have swap ticket. Rip the ticket and give it to someone you want to switch with, and you can live his life for 24 hours. Book of 1,000.
Book of 1,000.
Holy crap.
Sheesh.
Um,
That could be interesting, but I wouldn't want other people to live my life.
That's
I would
the
just kind of
thing.
want to mess around with other people's
yeah,
lives.
as funny as it would be to live through other people's shoes and see what they do in their like day-to-day lives. Because like I'm kind of envisioning as like you're kind of like within the body, but you're not like actively controlling it. You're just kind of like along for the ride, right? But like, well, in that case,
No,
I
you
wouldn't mind.
switch with them though.
You can live his life. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I was misinterpreting it. So, yeah, I wouldn't want somebody living my own life. I don't think that'd be a
Yeah.
little weird. I mean,
Scary.
okay, depending on who you switch with, if it's like a close friend, it could be funny. Like you could,
Yeah, yeah.
you both could get some laughs out of it, or like just some like neat perspectives, right?
Yeah.
But I also fear for the case of like switching with somebody else out of curiosity, and then they just like look at me as a completely different person from the life I live. Even if it's just like really boring, they're just like, "Oh, this guy's boring now. I don't want to be like hang out with him anymore." You know?
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little paranoid like when it comes to perspectives
Yeah.
like that. So
There's a lot that could go wrong there.
24 hours is a long time for something like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Cool though. I like the concept.
It is cool. Next is Book of Life, an encyclopedia of everyone who's been in your life since your birth, with records of conversation and memorable incidents. It may end up being tens of thousands of pages long. Wow, I want this. This is
I
awesome.
kind of really like that.
This would be perfect. Yeah, I really, really want that, actually. That would be sick.
There's so many memories or like fragmented memories I have when I was younger, especially of like people I know were involved in my life or like I was close with, and like I only remember like segments of like events that happened. Or like, you know, I have a hard time recollecting the exact like moments and conversations and like words used. I feel like this would be really like entertaining at the very least to kind of like actually look back on that kind of stuff with perfect memory, right? So, yeah, I don't know. This is really cool, actually. I could get a lot of use out of that.
It'd be a big book, but it'd be cool.
Yeah. Next, we have Bandit's Blade. A successful attack with this weapon will cast Mug, Pickpocket, or Thief on the target. Not effective on someone using Fortress or Paladin's Necklace.
No.
Well, if we assume that it works in the real world, I guess, if you shank somebody with this knife, you steal something from them.
I'm good, but
kind of defeats the purpose.
yeah,
I'm good.
good.
I don't need this one. I don't think I'm bugging anybody anytime soon.
No, I can't see myself doing that. Next is Secret Cape. You will be under the effect of Blackout Curtain while wearing this cape.
What the hell is Blackout Curtain?
And Blackout Curtain is a spell card found in Green Island game. It allows players to protect themselves from peak or fluoroscopy. So, that's when you can look at like their binder and whatever.
Useless card.
Yeah, who would take that?
Yeah, no. Moving on. There's no point in talking about that. Clairvoyant Snake. Feed it a card rank C or above, and it will spit up a clairvoyance. Okay, what's clairvoyance? This card allows the player to view details about the binder of a player they have previously met, mainly a list of all target players' cards. In some ways, this card is essentially peak and fluoroscopy combined.
Well,
no.
Useful in universe, but
yeah.
I don't know what that would do in the real world.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, you get
cool.
a clairvoyant snake, I guess, in physical form.
I guess. Hey, yeah. I'd take it. Next is 3D camera. Pictures taken with this will be developed as 3D objects with all textures reproduced. Make enlargements as needed.
Wait.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. So you basically you take a picture and it's like a diorama almost of like what you're taking a picture of.
Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
I kind of like that. Yeah. There's some money making potential from that as well as like a very like unique thing you can offer.
Yeah.
This is something I consider, if not just for like I don't know. I feel like that'd just be a really neat thing to have on hand.
Yeah, I mean, imagine like taking a cool photo of like you and your friends or you and your family, and then you can make it like a diorama. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that. That could be nice decoration at the very least, you know.
Yeah.
Very
good
unique.
Mantelpiece.
All right, we have 2 cards left. Next up is 98. Silver Dog, an endangered species with silver fur. Mix 5 grams of gold into its food daily, and it will excrete 1 kilogram of solid silver feces.
What?
So you mix 5 grams of gold, and you get a kilogram of silver, but in dog poop.
I mean, I'm good, but you get a cool dog, I guess. There's that.
You get a cool dog. Technically, you can make a lot of money from this, but you also have to have gold on hand.
Yeah, and that's not easy to get.
Into its food daily, yeah. Which I guess you could use the silver that it produces from to get more gold.
Yeah, but, true.
I don't know how you would go about doing that kind of transaction on the regular, though. I feel like if you just walk into like any kind of like the average jewelry like exchange shop is probably not going to have a system built for that, right? Like trading gold for silver or silver for gold. No, and they're going to look at you funny as you do that regularly. So
yeah.
You get a cool dog, but I'm good.
Yeah, it's a cool dog. That's about it though. All right, and last up, we have Panda Maid. An endangered species, very neat and loves to cook. Each has a hobby such as sewing or gardening. They are excellent at taking care of human children. And that sounds lovely, honestly.
Yeah, a panda nanny. I like that.
That is kind of awesome. I don't plan on ever having kids, but I would like to have a pet panda. I guess it's not a pet. It's like
it's like a roommate.
Yeah, roommate panda. Hell yeah.
That
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. I like pandas. I like this card.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, that's all of the restricted restricted slot cards. As far as spells go, do you want to cover them? Because I'm thinking probably not.
I'm thinking this episode is already getting long as is, and we still have comments to go through. So I'm thinking we stop at this because I think we got good conversation out of what we discussed out of these 100. And so, sorry for the false advertising, I guess, of like the 140 stated at the beginning.
It's 100.
But if you guys are interested in hearing us talk about the spell card specifically, maybe voice your interest, via your socials or comments or whatever you see fit, and maybe we'll do a bonus episode on those at some point. Is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we do actually have 2 weeks coming up next month. I'll talk about that at the end of the episode, but we'll have 2 weeks next month that we won't have a normal episode for, so that might be good bonus episode content.
Yeah, just let us know if you'd like to see that.
Yeah. But yeah, with that, I mean, we will talk about our 3 picks, but I know specifically there is a question about that, so we'll talk about it then. But yeah, for now, I think we're ready to check out the comments.
Yeah,
you can hear what people said about the pregnancy stones, I guess.
Yeah, let's talk about pregnancy stones, guys. Let's go into the community comments now.
Let's do it.
Okay, now it's time to see what you guys have to say about Greed Island cards. Anything about them, as we kind of outlined in our various posts. So this will be interesting, but before we get into that, just want to give the usual reminder that if you want to get in on the fun of discussing any topic week to week, make sure that you keep an eye out for the YouTube community posts that go up weekly, as well as the call-out posts on Twitter and Bluesky, on our Twitter and Bluesky accounts. And then if you're an audio-only listener as well, you could always email us at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com. And speaking of which, we actually do have an email this week related to the topic.
That's right. This one comes from Isaac, same as last week, who says, Hello. I love the Greed Island card system. It is one of the major reasons that Greed Island is my favorite arc. There are a couple of things that make them perfect. First is the concept. Collecting different cards and overcoming monsters to get them is the perfect game for hunters and just the whole world of Hunter x Hunter. Next is what they do. They seem like realistic cards for a game. It's crime against humanity that there is no RPG Greed Island game, or at least a card game based on it.
Well,
in particular, what?
I mean, there's the Japanese Greed Island game, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
kind of
right.
RPG like. So like
it was, yeah. But we can't play it because it's not English. I mean, we tried, but it didn't really work out.
We tried and we failed miserably at getting through it. Yeah.
In particular, I like Compromise. Destroy an A rank or higher of your choice from one player's binder. This player of his choice of 3 ranks below the original card. If there are no cards higher than A rank, the spell will return to you as a card. Levy. Take 1 random card from everybody in 20 meter radius. Or Clairvoyance. Look at all the contents of another player's binder. And Eye of God. Maintain the effect of analysis and list for all cards between 001 and 99 at all times. They're just my personal favorites. I think they're cool. So those are all spell cards, which we did not talk about. But
yeah,
yes. I wish we did talk about spell cards, but this episode would have been really long if we did that.
Really long,
Yeah, we'll probably do a bonus episode. But yeah, there's some really cool spell cards. Obviously, you can't take those out of the game, so it's not worth speculating. I mean, well, you technically can, actually, because obviously Gon found a way. But you can probably only do that once.
Yeah.
But still, it's fun. It'll be fun to think about whenever we do talk about those, to see which ones could be useful in the real world.
No, I agree. And even just like keeping it in universe, talking about these cards, they do offer a very like strategic element to the arc in general, which I know a lot of people enjoy, and that's why they enjoy Greed Island as much as they do. It's just the nature of just like, I feel like especially if you're like a trading card game player, like you kind of maybe see that arc in a different light as a result of it, because it's just very like strategic elements included with a lot of these cards, right? Just makes you think a certain way, different from how the rest of the series is. and that's the appeal of Green Island in general as well. I think very obviously Togashi was inspired by like video games and just like a more I don't know how to put it into words exactly, but like this is just a very unique approach to an arc in general, and I think the cards is a big part of that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a really neat part to the arc. I mean, it's like the main thing, but it's a really cool concept, and it's really well thought out too. Which I mean, of course it is. It's Togashi, but it's
Right.
super cool.
All right, yeah, that's the only email we got this week. Thank you, Isaac, again for writing in.
Yes, thank you, Isaac.
Next, we have a Bluesky pose. We don't have any Twitter posts this week, but we do have a Bluesky comment.
Yeah, how about that?
That's a first, actually. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that. But this one is from Milu Kitty from Bluesky saying, I once read a theory that Gon was born by a card pregnancy stone. I certainly could see it, knowing that Jin can replicate abilities, and if he was able to create that those crazy cards, he can maybe do that crazy stuff too. Okay, so I guess this is where we start talking about this. Yeah. Kaige, do you wanna break down the theory as much as you can break it down?
It's literally that people think Jing used the pregnancy stone, had Gon for literally no reason. I've never read a theory that really gives a convincing reason as to why he would do that, other than like it was just fun.
Yeah, he wanted to.
I don't know.
like,
I'm a known hater. We're both known haters of this theory. We do not like this theory. I think it's so stupid and ridiculous. It did not happen. Sure, maybe. No, I don't know. I think it's dumb as hell. I can't stand this theory. I've heard it so many times, and I'm just kind of sick of hearing about it at this point.
I dislike it purely just because it's mostly just based off of like, hey, what if? And like that's pretty much the basis of it. Like, there's not a lot of substance behind the theory as to why it would be a cool theory. So like, I don't get it. I guess I do think that some people maybe hinge on it because of the fact that like Gon doesn't like there isn't like a motherly figure aside from oh god, why is her name blanking on me now? I'm embarrassed. Mito. Yeah. So, but like, and like Gon doesn't have like he doesn't care who his actual mother is, right? Because Mito is there, right? But some people hinge on that as like, like what if there wasn't an actual mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, but like we're assuming a lot there, and I don't know. This theory is just stupid to me. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry to be so dismissive of it, but I can't stand this theory. We've talked about it before. It's come up, and I just don't like it. I think there's just no substance. Any evidence that people bring to the table is just not convincing enough for me. Like it's just a bunch of nothing. Like, yeah, you can say, oh, what Jing was about to tell Gon before he cut off the tape was, you don't have a mom. But what's the evidence? There is none. It's just
right.
It's literally all hinges on what if. And I don't like theories like that. And Hunter x Hunter is plagued with those kind of theories.
It is. This is not the only theory of that kind of type that's out there, but it's definitely one of the more prevalent ones over the last few years. Oh wait. Oh, sorry. I'm used to reading the Bluesky ones. Yeah, my bad.
Thank you, Milu Kitty. Though. Nothing against you. Somebody had to bring it up, and other people already did bring it up, unfortunately. But thank you. Though. We always appreciate your write-ins. We just really cannot stand that theory. Next, though, is from Harry Lynch, who says, based video topic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, actually, oh my god, we didn't even say. This video idea was given to us by Stonebreaker.io is the one who gave us this episode idea. I should have put that. I'll put that at the beginning of the episode. I'll add that in.
Future Kaige making a comeback.
Yeah, he'll be there. I think people underestimate the power of the hypothetical TV. Yeah, we were just talking about that. It's really cool. And also, I've never heard anybody propose the idea that for the fickle genie, you only need to make one list and just reuse that for each use of it. But do you get to use it multiple times? Is that how that works?
Keep reading. I'm a check fickle genie again.
Even if you can't take multiples, you can take at least 2 of them. Oh, okay. So you're saying you would take 3 of them, I guess, or 2 of whatever of them if you do the trick that Gon. Oh, okay. I see. Gon did at the
Oh.
end of the arc, and at least get 6 wishes. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, it's interesting. Like, but still, it's just so insane.
That's
That's
so much
so
effort. That's my big problem
yeah.
with Fickle Genie. It's so much effort for potentially very disappointing reward.
Yeah, very disappointing. I mean, yeah, like you're coming up with all the ideas, but it's 1,000 ideas. You can't come up with 1,000 ideas that you would truly want and be happy with.
Right. I think I would be tapping out at like not even 100 for like until I started thinking about like stuff that like really doesn't mean anything to me, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Fickle Genie still, even, although that is a nice little cheat code, I guess, to Fickle Genie, potentially.
Yeah,
But
it's interesting. Like you can get multiple uses, but I don't know. Good luck getting what you want. That's the thing.
yeah, exactly. But I do agree. Hypothetical TV is awesome. I really
Yes.
enjoy that card.
That one's awesome.
Next up, we have a comment from Chaos C Tank. Hi, Jesse. Saying, a company own. Definitely the most iconic card. Absolutely. I think there's no question about that.
No question.
Being able to teleport to anyone you have encountered once can be extremely useful. But low-key, though, we need to talk about the Pregnancy Stones card because what was he on making that? LMAO.
Well, yeah, that's a comment that I can get behind. I don't know. It's insane.
I feel I'd like to assume that Tagashi made that card knowing it would like make people have like a what the fuck kind of reaction. Like he just knew it would stir up some controversy.
Yeah. Next is from Remoots. I don't know.
Remooch? I don't know. Yeah.
Remooch? Yeah, this is a new name. Welcome. I think Greed Island has shown us through cards how interesting and varied Nen can be, and that with enough restrictions, its possibilities are limitless, almost limitless. People often skip over card descriptions or don't think about the fact that cards use Nen rules to work, and so don't give much thought to such things. I apologize if I wrote this poorly. English is not my first language. No, it made sense.
You were great. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I mean, in a way, it's like the cards, they are limited by Nen, but it's hard to view them that way because of just how massive the scale of some of them are. Like, it's hard for me to wrap my head around how these things are actually Nen restricted things because, like, what the hell? Some of this shit is just nuts.
Like Ruler's Blessing, like I'm still thinking about that. Like,
yeah,
holy.
That's 10,000 conjured beings then in that case. Like, holy shit.
That's that. And it's not even like a restriction to that card, you know? Like that's kind of the thing with some of them.
But yeah, I mean, if you really do just view it on paper as is, yeah, it's a great showcase of what Nen is capable of. It's just crazy because it's so beyond anything we have seen done with Nen in the whole series. Even like, this is beyond Netero, to be honest with you. Like, this is
beyond Netero.
Oh, hey. Beyond Isaac Netero. Like, this is insane shit. Like, this is unfathomable power. Being poured into this island here. And yes, it is, it's however many letters of Greed Island there are is how many people made this. And that's interesting. Like, that's, how many letters is Greed Island?
I think it's 10, right? Or 11? 11.
11, yep. So 11 people made this game. So that's 11 people's Nen being put into this, which... wow. Like, that's not a lot, honestly, for what you would... I would think, to do what Greed Island does, I would think you'd need hundreds of people. But one of those people is Jing, so there's that.
That might as well be an entire army, as far as I'm
yeah.
concerned. But it is cool, and I do like that Nen really ties into these cards. Just
Yeah.
like on a on a fundamental level, I guess.
Hmm.
It's neat. I appreciate that about it for sure.
Yeah, I think it's super cool. It's just so crazy.
Mm. Okay. Next up is from Issa saying, "Okay, question for Cage and Dylan. If you could pick 3 cards for completing Greed Island, what 3 would it be?" And then I'm gonna read this other question just to have us thinking about that
Yeah.
too. And if y'all had to share, what would the 3 picks be then?
Okay,
Mm,
so let's get our picks, our 3 picks each, and then we'll try to consolidate.
okay. Um,
So, well, one thing we're both picking. What's the TV one called?
hypothetical TV.
Hypothetical TV. I'm pretty sure we're both getting that one, right?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
too good for me.
yeah. That's a lock for me. I love that card. That just sounds so fun.
Um, it gets a little tricky after that though. That was the only one I was like, yeah, I'm probably picking that one up.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, I'm trying to think. Pregnancy
What do
stones,
I
no.
want the
Um,
most? Yeah, I'm getting pregnancy stones. It's-
Pitcher of Eternal Water is still kind of like up
that's
there
a
for me.
damn good one.
Okay, actually, wait, I forgot Angel's Breath exists. That's my number 2 pick. I think convincingly
Yeah.
so. Still in the top for me. Um,
I'm gonna take 3D camera.
oh, 3D camera. Okay, okay.
It's just fun. I think it's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, because I'm not trying to do anything crazy.
Right.
I just want, to like be able to do some cool shit.
Yeah, you just want to have party tricks and neat stuff, useful
Yeah.
stuff.
So 3D camera, hypothetical TV, and I think my last one. I'm split between a few things here. You can go ahead. I'm trying to try to figure this out.
So I'm kind of split on my third as well, but
It's tough.
it's
Definitely
very
tough.
tough.
Like part of me wants to do like one of the egg ones, but I just like I don't know how badly do I want to be one of these things. Like artist is maybe the one I would pick, but how I don't know how badly I'd want to be an artist. Like I don't want that shit to take 10 years.
Right, right. That's part of the problem with that one. You know what? I was a little down on it, I think, during our discussion, but I think I'm coming back around to it the more I'm thinking on it. I think I might take Universal Survey.
Okay, really?
Yeah. I feel like I could use it in a responsible way to myself that would benefit me more than detriment me. That's kind of the idea behind it.
Okay, what would you see yourself doing with it?
I don't know, just like asking genuine questions on people's thoughts on me. Like, like am I, like like would you describe me as like a confident person, or like would you say that like I'm pushy in any way, shape, or form, right? Like would you um do you see me as a valued friend even, right? And like just questions like that to help me kind of understand better how I'm perceived and what things I could work on about myself to better myself.
Okay, that's
I
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of value having that ability. I think that would that'd be something I'd use.
Okay. And for my third, I feel like I'm gonna like I probably like forgetting something that I want more, but I do like the idea of instant foreign language school.
Ooh, okay.
I think I could get a lot of use out of that. It'd be pretty valuable. You could like that opens up a lot of jobs, because you think about it, you could be like a translator or something, and you'd only have to, you just so let's say you have an 8 hour shift for it wouldn't even be that long for a translator job. Like that's probably freelance shit. So, okay, let's say you got like I don't know, you got to do like a 3 hour gig. You got to do some subtitles for whatever.
Yeah.
So just go into that classroom, 3 hours, come out, do your shift. There you go. Pretty good money.
Okay. No, that is very good money.
Yeah, and
Um.
it's. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I take back the universal survey actually because I forgot the Doyen's growth pills was a card, and I kinda
Oh
need
yeah,
that.
Dylan.
I kind of need that. Um,
Okay,
came
and
here. Yeah.
so on our combined pick, I'm gonna give you that one. You can take
Okay.
that.
He pities my height. Guys.
You can
Let it be
take
known.
that. I'll let you have it.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Um,
Okay, we could share the hypothetical TV.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
getting that.
Because okay, think about it this way. Assuming that like we could use like I could put any hypothetical scenario that's not even tied to me, right? So like we could be like in calls together, and I could just put the camera up to the TV. For,
Yeah.
for hypothetical. We could like one of us could have it, and we could still share it and be perfectly fine and get entertainment out of
Yeah.
it. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Or we could even like lend it to each other like every other week or something. Or
Yeah.
month or something, who knows.
There's
Yeah.
workarounds there, so we could share that.
Absolutely.
I think.
Yeah. That's a lock because that's an awesome card. But then what do we do for that third pick?
Well, since we're sharing the hypothetical TV and you're giving me the growth pills, I guess this one's.
Oh yeah, I
just
guess I
whatever you
just
want.
okay, then
Yeah.
I'll just get the 3D camera.
Okay, there we go. Perfect.
There we go.
That could be useful for our annual boys meetup too. So
Yeah.
works out.
We could for MomoCon we could take a diorama photo of us. That'd be
That'd
cool.
be so sick, genuinely.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot easier than I anticipated.
Yeah,
To
actually.
answer.
I'm sure I forgot something that I really want. I guarantee if you rewind the video, I probably said like, "Oh my god, I need this one," and I didn't even say it here, but whatever.
That's the problem when there's 100 cards to choose from.
That's right.
Okay, going back to Issa's comment though. Also, Jing used the card to bring Gon into existence. I can see you guys rolling your eyes already, but hear me out. Okay. As a game developer, what he is for Green Island, you need to know if all the cards you put in are able to be used. So he needs to test every card to see if it works or not, right? And if it doesn't work, make changes. If it does work, keep it as it is. There comes the card of getting pregnant. He tested it if he used it, and he got Gon. That's why he came out of nothing with a child without a mother, ready to take care of Gon. But the aunt of Gon said, I'll take care of him by becoming that mother for Gon, or else he would otherwise never have. That's why Jing left him. He could always be the father of Gon, but never his mother. Does it make sense?
Makes sense, sure, I guess, but I hate it. I just don't.
Logically, I see what you're saying. But I just think that's kind of like a...
Like,
I feel
why
like
why would he test that one? Anybody?
You know
There's
what?
11 people.
I'm kind of realizing what part of this theory makes me dislike it so much. I feel like it devalues Gon as a character unnecessarily.
I hate that as an origin for Gon. That's just I oh my god, I would hate that so much if this were to ever become canon. That
forcefully casts him under Jing's shadow unnecessarily. And I get it. Jing is stupid good and powerful and cool, right? You know, even though he's a deadbeat, he's cool. But like, I don't know. I feel like that lessens Gon's character on a fundamental level, and that's why I dislike it. That theory.
Yeah. I'm not into it, but whatever. Like sure, if you want to believe it, go for it. I'm not going to stop you.
No, absolutely not. I mean, again, logically, I see what you're saying. Like, you can make it make sense logically, but I think that it just does a disservice to Gon, I think, and it just doesn't work for me on a fundamental level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But thank you for the comment, though, Issa. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Issa. Next up is from the Young Knight, who says, "Oh, wow. I think the pregnancy stone and the cookie that changes your gender biologically were both tested on... Wait, you don't even need to do that. By Jing on himself, and that's how Gon was born. You don't need to be a woman, though, with the pregnancy stone. It's not even necessary." It would be on brand for Togashi, who loves games so much, to have his protagonist be the product of a game mechanic, and technically there's no reason why it shouldn't be possible. That's right, I think Gon's mother is his father. Have a nice day. You and many others. Nope, I don't agree. Thank you.
What? Yeah. Why were the gender changing cookies necessary for this theory?
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, you don't even need that.
I get proven wrong more and more every day with how many people believe this, and I respect it. I respect the commitment that you guys have for believing in this theory. Oh man, I can't get behind it, no matter how hard I try to
Oh,
sympathize.
I just hate it, man. I can't. I cannot.
Uh, Speaking of which, next comment is from Shirakawa saying impregning. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
fair enough.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, you're right. We're wrong.
Okay, next is from Emma Kiefers. And so this person has been going through our podcast from the beginning, actually, and I've been enjoying reading their comments as they've been going through. Pretty cool. And here they are with their first community post submission. And I don't think they talked about pregnancy stones, so thank you.
We get a break, finally.
Yeah. So card 93, Book of Life, an encyclopedia of everyone who's been in your life. You know, that one. Sounds like my absolute nightmare. The level of cringe would kill me, and if somebody else got their hands on it too, bro.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
There's a lot of cringe that would be in that book for sure.
There is some genuine cringe in that book, but
Oh yeah,
I think the positives outweigh the negatives.
probably.
I think it depends. Maybe you had like the most cringy life ever. I don't know. Like
I mean,
maybe.
yeah.
But
I think that it outweighs the negatives purely because, at least for me in my experience, I feel like even the cringiest memories I kind of grow to appreciate over time, even if I still view them as cringe overall.
Some of them.
Some of them, I will say that there's some that are just like inexcusable.
Yeah, I haven't gotten over a lot of mine, but some of them you can learn to laugh at or value in some ways. Also says, also the idea of card 97 3D camera is equally horrifying. Hey now, why? I can only imagine what could be reproduced with such a tool. Okay, well, I mean, but that's, I'm thinking wholesome, guys. Come on. I'm not.
Didn't think about it that way.
I didn't. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm using it for. Ever. I promise. I want to take cool family photo dioramas. That's literally all I want to do with it.
Maybe a nice scenic photo too. That's a diorama.
Yeah, you could have like a cool landscape shot, like just as a diorama.
Go to a nice park. Yeah.
There's so much cool shit you could do. I could have a Ed figure.
An Ed figure. Don't need a figure of Ed.
Y'all gotta get your minds out of the gutters. That's
so true.
In the wrong hands, though, you're right. There's some horrible things that could be done with that, but no.
That's not what we're thinking about, though.
No.
We're gonna choose to ignore that possibility. Yes. Next comment is from Gads saying, "Give us which 3 cards you would take as a reward and why if this was possible in the real world." Well, I think we've already went over that.
My bad.
Yeah.
But I should have read that. But we'll include you anyways. Thanks for writing in. We already answered, but yeah.
Yeah, go back up to the which comment was it that we talked about that with?
That was Issa's.
Issa's comment, yeah. Refer to Issa's comment in our discussion there.
Okay, so love him or hate him, he's spitting facts. This is insert name, as always. So this time, we have an interesting scenario where his comment is like invisible. I don't know why. It wasn't flagged. We checked our flagged comments. It is just invisible. But I was able to view it in the notifications tab. So I have it screenshotted here in more parts than it should be. But we got it. We see your comment, and we're going to read it. How do you want to split this up, Dylan?
I mean, we could just go back and forth. You can read this first part or the second part.
I think that about evens out, actually. That's about the same amount of paragraphs. Okay.
Yeah, exclusive comment reveal from insert name on the.
You can't get this anywhere else, folks. and yeah, insert name. Look into this if you want, because I can't figure out what happened there. I'm glad I could still see it, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I can't figure it out either. So let us know if you get an understanding of that.
So insert name says, Togashi, you coward. Why are the virality pills 68 and not 69?
Okay, man. Nice.
Well, nice. Are they called virality?
I
Well,
think
shouldn't it
so.
be vitality?
No, it's virality.
Virility, in fact.
Oh, virility. Oh, right. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes.
Right.
So, one thing I think really doesn't get talked about is the symbolism of the cards certain characters get, in large part due to the vast majority of the fan base watching predominantly via the anime and the cards being vomited out in a block in the vomited out in a block in the manga. Well, I mean, yeah, fair enough. A poor presentation, but I like how it's done in the manga personally. I understand why you wouldn't, but I think it's cool. And in the anime, yeah, you kind of just don't learn anything. You just watch it happen without any understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Gon being the party with the Lucky Alexandrite card is a pretty on-the-nose symbol during the Genthru fight and the arc in general. Gon both gains it through his apparent selflessness and his propensity.
Are we learning a new word today?
Insert name every week. Word of the week.
Propensity. An inclination or natural tendency to behave in a particular way.
That's a good word.
That is a good word. I need to use
Thank
that.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Wow, I didn't know there was a word for that, but that's good. Thank you.
So his inclination to take risks.
Yeah, to take risks. But when you read the text, another direct angle is exposed.
Ooh, what could this?
So this
be?
is what card? Lucky Alexandrite is what he's talking
Yes.
about. Let me look at that real quick.
While you're looking at that, I can read this next part, where he describes, the reading the text under the direct angle is exposed. Its owner will get to have once-in-a-lifetime experiences, though you cannot choose whether they're for better or for worse. He is able to have this once-in-a-lifetime experience because he is so selfless and risk-taken. And his conflict with Genthru over the card is Gon fighting for the ability for his journey and hunt to continue. He is literally fighting for those once-in-a-lifetime chances. It's also a pretty on-the-nose metaphor for the upcoming arc, as it is certainly for the worst end of the spectrum. Then you look at the card Genthru monopolized, which was Nightjade. It deflects harms to others and is apparently demonic in origin. Considering the thought process of the Bomber Gang, it's pretty fitting that the group that solves almost 100% of their problems by abusing others to achieve their goals and having those people suffer the consequences have the monopoly on this item.
What a good take. That's really good, man.
That's really good. Yeah, am I getting a bigger appreciation for Genthru and Groot Island now? What the hell? I mean, obviously, I'm Genthru's #1 fan, so I'm
well,
just
yeah, you're his pupil, in fact.
I'm his pupil, so I have plenty of respect for Genthru. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Silly Jing, if you beat Greed Island, you could have attained a face path ticket and could have gone to the Dark Continent. In all seriousness, do you think that would work? Face path ticket.
Let's see what is. I think I know what that one is, but let me remind myself real quick. That is, you can go anywhere with these passes. That's it. That's the one. Okay, that's the one we were debating. Yeah, like do you teleport or do you just like open a door? And that's what I don't know but either way, I guess you could still get in with it because you wouldn't need the gatekeepers. You could just go in. Yeah. I think. So theoretically.
I guess that would work. I mean, just reading it off of face value. But again, like we don't know exactly what the method of travel is. So like it's kind of
it's a little unclear unless there's a different translation of it that I'm unaware of that makes it more clear, but I don't know.
Also, the Dark Continent is so scary that like I don't even know if maybe there's some they detect you as soon as you get in anyways and bad stuff happens to you. Who's to say? Kind of dependent on the Dark Continent as well, I'd say. Yeah. By the way, don't forget the White Spear of Glory and Holy Golden Flag, which I can shop. I can just shop? What is this name? I've never seen this before.
This is a person?
Look that up.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Which this
Nothing
guy
even
mentioned
comes up.
which this guy mentions during the election arc, which, while not confirmed, are likely cards from Greed Island. He mentions wanting to trade with Jing. Not much to say, but if you don't mention them, your video may be a lie.
Well, we didn't talk about every card, but
we weren't gonna do it from the get-go, anyways.
Yeah. This is the Hacker Hunter. I actually do remember this guy.
Who the hell?
He was one of the top like candidates for the election.
Okay.
It's a very minor role, but he was around. He has this weird like mask thing. But yeah, what he says is true. He did want to trade with Jing.
That's interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. That guy exists. I learned something today.
And hey, yeah, there's those cards. We only talked about the specified slot cards, but maybe we'll mention when we do the spell cards. Maybe we'll briefly talk about the others too. I guess I don't want to talk about the rock card personally.
Yeah. But I think the point about these cards specific though is that like they weren't listed anywhere until this moment. So
yeah,
that is interesting.
It is for sure. But are they specified slot cards? That's the question. Are they just items? Because there's a million of those.
Right.
So he continues, my personal choices if I beat the game would be Sage's Aquamarine, Millennium Butterfly, and Rejuvenation Potion. I would consider the information gathering stuff, but I trust my own acuity enough that the others are just better options. I considered anything that would give me a dinosaur. I considered anything that would give me a dinosaur heavily, though. Yeah, but I'll take smart friends, a healthy family, and a long life over them. Unfortunately.
No.
Well,
very sweet.
That's nice. Yeah, that's cool. So let me refresh myself on which Sage's Aquamarine is. Oh, that's the one where you get intelligent friends. We dunked on that one hard.
We kind of blew that one off, admittedly.
I mean, like I said, we already got it. I don't know. If you want more friends, then yeah, go for it.
Millennium Butterfly is the one where like if you capture that, you get like your family prospers, right?
That one's cool. It's just I don't know. It's a little scary in a way. Like I just don't know what it means, and that stresses me out.
Yeah, like do we become like royalty? You know, like
yeah.
Or do we just get like a buttload of wealth out of nowhere? Like how does it even work from capturing a butterfly?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just a little too weird to approach, I guess, for me.
And the rejuvenation potion is the one where you get a pill that makes you 1 year younger.
Okay. I respect that.
Yeah, for sure. If you use in moderation.
But yeah, that's it for community comments this week. Thank you guys for writing in. There was a lot of fun discussion here for Greed Island cards. Yeah. Usual reminder, if you want to get in on this kind of discussion, make sure you keep an eye out for our YouTube community posts, as well as the call-out posts on our socials, Twitter and Bluesky. And you can always email us on any given topic, as well as at hunterassociationpod@gmail.com.
That's right. And with that, this has been the Hunter Association. Thank you so much for listening. We are available on all major podcasting platforms, as well as YouTube for the video version. Be sure to follow, rate, review, and comment on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter at TXHXAPod, as well as Bluesky at THAPod for updates on the show and as an alternative way to submit responses to the weekly call-out posts. As always, we'll be here the same time every week talking about Hunter x Hunter. Dylan, where can people find you online?
Yeah, you can find me at DJ Tengen. That's DJTENGEN on both Twitter and Bluesky. Yeah, I'm around. I retweet some funny memes, I guess, and tweet about One Piece TCG occasionally. Go check me out if you're interested.
And you can find me on Bluesky at Kaige10. That's KIIGE10. Same old stuff. You know how it goes.
Yep.
So, got some updates for the show here at the end, which we'll keep reminding people about. So, next week, obviously, we're doing Hunter x Hunter 99, episodes 16 through 18. Nothing changed there. But but then the following month, a little bit of scheduling mishaps. The first of the month, or not the first week of the month, which would be the 4th, was going to be the second part of the Going retrospective. But we are now moving that to the 11th, which is the second week of the month. And that first week, we will be off, but I'm going to really push for having something out that week because I feel bad about there not being an episode that week.
Again, maybe a follow-up to the Green Island cards that we didn't go over. If you guys are interested in that, obviously. That is certainly an option. Let us know your interest.
Yeah, we can do that. But if not, there's other ideas, I'm sure. But then continue like normal. We'll have the Going retrospective part 2 on the 11th and then 99. And then on the 25th, we are off again because we'll be at MomoCon in Atlanta. And again, maybe we'll have something that week still. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that one's a little... Oh, go ahead.
That one's going to be a little bit harder to get something out for if we want to, just because we'll be out for a longer period of time. Especially me, I have something that weekend prior to that entire week I'll be there. So I'm going to be very strapped for time in general. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll try and figure something out if possible. But, anticipate that weekend also being off.
It'll be a busy time, so I can't really guarantee anything. But I really will try for the first month, or the first week of the month. I think we should probably get something out there. So yeah, that's the updates. Next month will be a weird one for the show, because there's really only going to be 2 episodes. But things happen.
Things do happen.
So yeah, that's the show this week. We will see you next week for Hunter x Hunter 99, episode 16 through 18. So if you're watching along, make sure to watch those episodes. And yeah, that's all we got. So we'll see you next week.
See you next week, everybody.